The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Off women's heads. Wow.
She may wear subtle perfume, dressed in all the classic clothes, to try and hide the fires inside she doesn't want exposed. There are certain feelings that nothing can disguise. You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes.
You can pack that in as soon as you like.
You can always tell the difference in the way a woman speaks. Ladies choose words carefully, the others just talk cheap. And when the bedroom lights go off and words all turn to sighs, you can always see the lust in the lady's eyes.
Dick. Dirty brother.
She may think she's fooling everyone, but who's got time to care?
It's disgusting.
All that counts is what she feels when her heart's stripped bare. She plays it her own life, the way an actress plays a part. But underneath there's music, 'cause she's a dancer at heart. She may give the slight impression that she'll never give too much.
A dick.
When in truth, the deepest part of her is aching to be touched. And the look on her face betrays the veil of lies. You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes.
I wipe my dog's bum, alright? I wipe my dog's bum.
I would not say yes, but I certainly would not say no.
She plays it her own life, the way an actress plays a part.
Just shut your
But
mouth.
underneath there's music, 'cause she's a dancer at home. She may give a slight impression that she'll never give too much.
You're not there.
When in truth, the deepest part of her is aching to be touched. And the look on her face betrays the veil of lies.
Grab pussy!
You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes. You can always see the lust in the lady's eyes.
Ooga zaga, 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 ooga zaga. You should be in bed.
You should be in bed, Lee Majors, you dirty get. You dirty, dirty boy, Lee Majors. And yes, I raised my voice then because I was letting one out. We've eaten beans tonight. We've eaten a bean concoction. And let's just say, it's going to be a long old night. Ah, man alive. I'm not feeling the vibe yet. The vibe's coming, though. The vibe is coming. It's 6 minutes past 10. I'm doing a time check. I never have done one before. I thought I'd try it, see what it felt like. I didn't really like it. My name is Iain Lee. Who are you?
Catherine Boyle.
I love the top.
Thanks.
It's like a psychedelic leopard.
Correcto.
Thank you very much indeed. Sam is through there. You good, Sam? You all right?
All good.
How do you feel when James Well calls you Sambo?
Fine.
Makes me
Fine.
uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if you know this, but the word Sambo's got racial connotations.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I always make, every time I do it, I go, like your go nuts. I'm in a bad mood because we just spent 40 minutes. Like, we met my friend Simon, who I don't see very often, and he was nearby. And we went into a pub. I said, let's go into a pub. Oh, I haven't been in a pub for ages. It was noisy. And then I said, let's go geocaching, right? So we spent ages, like 40 minutes trying to find a geocache. Couldn't find it anywhere in this little park in the dark with my friend Mark. His name's Simon. And we couldn't find a geocache anywhere. It was outrageous. So I'm in a slightly sniffy mood as a result of that. Slightly sniffy mood, if needs be said. So I just don't know where we're going to go with the show tonight. Basically, when we should have been prepping the show, looking for news stories, looking online, looking in the papers, talking about our days, our lives, our loves, our fears, our disappointments, our hopes, our dreams, all of these things, we were out in a tiny little field by a council block in southeast London trying to find a tiny microcache. And let's just say it was unsuccessful.
Fortunately, I came into work quite a lot earlier than you, so I've got loads.
Oh, brilliant! Hey, my name's Katherine Boyle, and I'm a bumlick. I'll be looking bum all night long, all night, yeah, all night.
You're a pervert.
I've got to sort out these keys. I don't know where anything is.
That was shock.
There we go. We've got Leslie saying he was shocked. No. The vibe's going to come in a minute, I promise. I know for a fact our bosses aren't listening because we saw them staggering home drunk. So,
0844 499.
0844. Oh, that's old, isn't it? We can get rid of that.
Stetson.
Knockers are better.
We don't want to go from a sleazy country to a slutty country.
Okay, let's just... what's this?
I'm looking for in the middle of...
Okay, that's that. Just trying to create a vibe, Catherine.
I thought that was beautiful.
Thank you. 0344 499 1000. I tell you what we'll do. We'll wait. No one's calling in, which is unprecedented at this time of the eve. So let's just wait for someone to call in. That'll get the ball rolling. The ball will pick up speed. It will grow like it's a snowball running down a snowy mountain. It will grow and grow, and by 1 o'clock we'll smash into Paul Ross with an avalanche of chat.
And by snow, yeah, you mean chat.
Yeah.
Ballshine.
Oh.
Who was that?
Ballshine.
Who was that?
Ballshine.
Howard.
Ballshine.
Okay, that's, I'm trying to... I can't find any of the clips. This one.
A dick.
Right, so let's just wait. 0344. The first call tonight. Got it now. Got it. Sam's panicking. Sam's thinking, this is, even by Iain's standard, there is very little meat on these bones that he's offering us as a meal. The first call is going to decide the direction and the tone of the show. So, your dear listener, if you are listening now... Okay, I've just seen who's calling in. The second call is going to... The first call's going to do it. Call him back. Put him through. First call's going to do it. This is it. This is it, boys. This is war. The president is on the line. 99 Nachtballoons going by. So the first call is going to set the tone for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Sadiq?
Iain, you know on YouTube, I want to talk to you on YouTube, but I don't know how to do it.
Do you want to talk to me on YouTube?
You know, you said you contact people on YouTube. How do you do it? I just don't know how you do it.
I don't know what that sentence means, Sadiq.
You know Rabbit Hole?
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk to you on Rabbit Hole. I don't know how.
Well, we're not doing the Rabbit Hole now.
By the way,
Okay, great call. Yep. But I tell you what we'll do. Yeah, you just... Okay, go on.
What film are you waiting to see at the cinema at the recent for this year? What are you waiting for to see?
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Was the Grinch good or was it all right?
I've not seen it. I'm waiting to see it.
I thought you said the Grinch.
No, I said Wreck-It Ralph 2.
No, the Grinch, how was that? Was it a good film or was it better than the first one? I'm just asking.
No, hang on, the Grinch, it is the first one.
No, the new one you went to see with your kids.
Yes.
The new one.
Yes.
And I'm waiting for Bad Boys 3's coming out.
I am not waiting. I've got to catch up on Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 2.
But do you imagine Katherine win in I'm a Celebrity? Do you think she'd be good at it?
Who, Katherine?
Yeah.
Katherine would be brilliant. She loves putting strange things in her mouth and chewing down.
Oh, yeah.
Why you don't apply for next year? Go on it again.
I told you to fill in. I got you the application form and you didn't fill it in, did you? I told you. I gave her the application form.
I'm talking about you. You used to go on it again.
I've been... Mate, who goes on it twice?
Katie Price, didn't she?
Katie Price did, yes.
Guess what? You know, Kitty, I don't think she's really coping at the minute because she's got autism, you know.
I think autistic people can cope in the jungle. Who knows? There were probably autistic people in the jungle when I was in there.
Who do you think's going to win this year?
Don't know, Sadiq. I don't care.
Did Catherine watch it?
No.
Why? Okay, Sadiq, thanks for calling. Can I ask, because we know, I've talked about my feelings about it being on, and I'm kind of rather childishly and petulantly avoiding it, and it's on the front page of the papers, and it's like, I want to look at it, but I don't want to look at it. It's you know, I don't really. And I've explained, I think I've explained, I don't know if I've explained on the show, but how I'm dreading this series of I'm a Celebrity, how I feel very left out and very jealous. And Katie and Chuck, stay there a second. And how I don't really want anything to do with it. And I've been asked to go on a couple of things, you know, the podcast with Jamie, and they want me to go on Good Morning Britain, and they wanted me to go on Lorraine. And I was going to do Lorraine because I thought it'd be good money, and then it turned out the money was rubbish, and I went, I don't really want to do it. So Jamie Lomas did it. And it even seems funny saying that man's name now. So I'm dreading the whole thing. I'm very anxious knowing it's going on. Right? And people tweeting me very kindly saying, "Oh, it's not the same without you," or "Anne is this year's you." Oh, that's very kind, but I've not asked you, Katherine, how you feel about it, because the thing that struck us all in the jungle last time, we talked about it a bit, but we didn't realise until there was an episode when there were 4 of us left in there: me, Toff, Jamie, Jenny, and our family came in, right? And that was the first time we'd had any news about what was going on outside. And my sister said to me, God, you're so famous now. She said, I've been on Lorraine. Your mate Scott has been on Lorraine. I was going, but Scott has been on Lorraine. And that's the thing I couldn't grasp.
They asked me to go on this morning, but I couldn't get there in time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They asked me as I was taking my youngest to school and said, could I be there in half an hour? And, no, not really.
But that was the thing that got me. When I was in the jungle, filthy and miserable, and my sister said, Scott's been on Lorraine. I thought, I
was in the papers.
Well, this is the thing. I didn't know any of this was going on. And then that night, the 4 of us sat down as everyone left and went, this experience, we're having our experience, and this is unique, and this belongs to us. But it's rippling out. So how are you feeling have you got any feelings about this series? I've not asked you.
Yeah, I'm kind of mindful of how you are about it.
Yeah.
I was tempted to watch it this afternoon, but I didn't, and I don't know why. Yeah. I felt like it would be disloyal to watch it.
I don't mind if you watch it.
I don't think I want to watch it, because actually I found it really difficult watching it when you were in it.
Yeah.
I wanted to march in there at various points and like karate kick people.
I still feel that I've got issues that aren't resolved around there.
I think so. Because you came out and you were terribly gentlemanly about it and were good about it, and actually I was furious for a long time about how you were treated in there.
But now for me to talk about possibly how I actually feel now about how I was treated in there would be ungallant, and I don't think it doesn't help anybody. I think it would only make me look mean. I just can't watch it. I'm getting anxious not talking about it. Right? And so lots of people are tweeting me and stuff, and it's so lovely. And I did answer a question today that someone tweeted, did you meet up with the other celebrities before you went in? No. I didn't know who was going to be in there until the day before. I'd been out there a week and a half so that I wouldn't be able to know who was going in. And then Kez flew out late, so she knew who was going in. So the day before, the producer said to me, right, we're going to tell you who's going in. Then I walked out and I had to pick 5 people on my team. I only knew the names of 4 of them. They said, right, can you name 5 people? I'm thinking, I don't know who they are. I don't know who Jamie Lomas was. And also, as soon as I walked out, he said something rude to me. He said something rude to me, and I thought, I don't like you. I didn't know who these people were. So that's got, I mean, listen, here's the thing, guys. If you want to phone in and talk about the jungle, I'm kind of cool with it. That's me taking my foot off the brake a little bit, or the gas. Taking my foot off the brake a little bit, if you want to. I can't answer any questions about this series because I'm not watching it. I don't know all the people that are in there. But I'm happy to talk about the context of my experience in the jungle. I do remember the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks back, all we got were 15-year-old girls phoning up going, oh my God, I can't believe this, I love you! Okay, great. and that died off quite quickly.
Yeah, we couldn't go to Nando's for ages.
Couldn't go to Nando's. And I miss... Here's the thing. I was going to say I miss... Because I don't really get reckoned. Now, 6 months ago I was a guy that people would come up and ask for selfies. Now I'm a guy that people stand a distance away, scratching their head and then Googling. I'm now Google the thing as opposed to, oh, it's you. It's who is that? And that's cool. And I was going to say I miss the being recognised and the fame. Personally, I don't. My ego does, though. My ego really... If we're going to break it down to Freudian levels. My ego really, really misses being recognised by people in the street, getting shouted, nice things getting shouted at, kids stopping for selfies. My ego misses that. So it's part of an ego thing. Anyway, we're talking about it. If you want to call in and talk about the jungle, we'll see how we go. If I find it uncomfortable, you won't be offended if I say let's move on. At the moment, I feel I'm kind of happy to talk about this series in the context of my series. Do you know what? I've opened Skype as well. Maybe we'll try... Maybe we'll get creative. We've got Katie, we've got Chuck Winkle. This is going to be a show... The Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Sam, you spotted it. I'm wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday. Same T-shirt, same Sockingtons, same pants. I slept in my pants and my T-shirt. Didn't sleep in the socks. I'm not insane. I slept in these clothes. I got up today... And I thought, it's too cold. It is too cold to strip off and go and have a shower. So I didn't, and I got up and I had the electrician came round because I had these new lights fitted, right, and they got 3 bulbs in it. And for some reason, one of the bulbs stopped working, right, because I put in a dimmer switch and they'd stopped working. So I thought, oh, Christ. So I got the electrician back out and I was furious with him. I said, dude, you put these in, blah, 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 blah. And he came round and he said, right, OK, did you have a dimmer switch? He went, yeah. He said, right. Those bulbs wouldn't work with a dimmer switch. Why don't you just try and take those 2 bulbs out and put new ones in? I went, well, that's not going to work, is it? He said, just try it. It worked, didn't it? It worked. The dimmer switch had broken, the 2 bulbs. So I thanked him. I gave him £20 and said, let's never speak of this ever again. Then I went back to bed for a bit, still sleeping in this T-shirt, man. So basically what I'm saying is, I just don't care about the world anymore. I'm living like a divorced guy.
Did you even have a squatty wash?
No, I brushed my teeth thrice today because I went to the dentist's.
So your pits and bits?
Nope. I put some deodorant on, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was asking whether you'd washed. Oh, no, don't. That's not kind. No thanks.
Smell my
no
fingers.
Thanks. Actually, no.
Smell my fingers.
No, I know. No good can ever come from that sentence. Don't rub it on my computer, you...
Oh! Hey! Someone sent me an email. Sam, I don't know if you can find this. Katie sent me an email. Oh, hang on. Katie, is it you that sent me the email?
Me?
Yeah, yes.
No, it wasn't me. Different Katie.
Okay.
Other Katie.
So hang on a minute. There are 2 people called Katie. All right, I'll take your word for it. So Katie emailed me. Hi, Iain. Am I hearing correctly? Or did Kath let out one of the most blatant swear words possible, but you didn't pick up on it?
I said sucker. Next question.
You were slagging off James Wales' producer, and Kath says, F her.
No, I didn't.
Now, me and Sam looked... I remember this, because me and Sam looked at each other when you said it, and you have a history, you have previous for thinking you said... She says it's on the 11:30 to midnight half-hour segment at 25... minutes and 20 seconds. There's only one way to find out. Katie, I hope you don't mind.
Well, there's 2 ways. You can ask me and I'll tell you what I said.
OK.
Or you can spin this out a bit longer.
The more accurate
you and your
way.
new mate, Katie.
Katie, yeah. I like Katie's. Katie's are great people. So we got...
Apart from this Katie, who you enjoy antagonising.
I'm not... All right, I'm going to... How do we work this? Bloody... listen again. Because I remember it, and me and Sam looked at each other. What is the date today? It's the 20th, so how do we go back? Hang on a minute.
You just 19th. Go back into yesterday's.
Please don't talk to me.
Oh.
No, because if you're just going to lie, then I'm not interested.
No, I was being helpful, but,
11:30 to midnight, 25 minutes and 20 seconds. OK.
By the way, thanks, other Katie, for the solidarity.
I can't
trying to get me sacked.
That's the best bits. I don't want the podcasts.
You're in the wrong day.
No, I'm not in the wrong day. Monday the 19th. Listen again. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Oh, she's going to get you sacked, is she? So there could be some truth in
No,
this.
she's trying to get me sacked. But that's what Katie's do. Other Katie does.
Hang on a minute. Right, so, hang on a minute. Let me just see exactly where we've got to go again. 25 minutes and 20 seconds. 25 minutes and 20 seconds. Here we go. Let's have a little build-up to Catherine's dismissal. When his producer came in, she turned the radio down so that we couldn't hear James Whale. And that's very, very low quality, isn't it? Mm-hmm. No, not volume. What low quality of Listen Again on our website. I apologise, listeners. That's the first time I've done that. That is low quality. Not just the content, the audio stream. As we got up to leave, she switched the radio off.
Yeah, who needs the news?
Who needs to listen to the rest of the output on this crazy station? Huh?
Want to know if the station's on air?
Yeah? Anyway, it's, yeah, look at Sam looking there. Sam doesn't want to get involved in the argy-bargy because he has to work with those losers. We don't.
Sucker.
Oh!
I said sucker!
Oh! Go! Oh, dead man walking! Dead man walking! Dead man walking! Oh, Kath! We can't be seen together! No! We cannot be seen
If
together!
you really thought that was swearing, you would have dumped it.
Oh! Oh, Kath! Oh! Yes, let's just listen again.
I think you're anti-northernist, you got.
Let's listen again, and let's Katie, make her mind up. Listen very carefully to the low-quality stream, Katie.
Okay, go on.
Here we go. Listen carefully. Here we go. Why is this... There we go. Why is it not playing?
Because it knows it's bullshine.
Oh, hang on. I've told Yeah, who needs to listen to the rest of the output on this crazy station? Huh?
Want to know if the station's on air?
Low-quality stream. Yeah. Anyway, it's... Yeah, look at Sam looking there. Sam doesn't want to get involved in the argy-bargy because he has to work with those losers. We don't.
Fucker.
Whoa! Oh, dead man walking! Whoa! Oh, please, I cannot be seen with you. This is ruinous to my career. Oh, man. Whoa! Whoa! No, don't open your mouth. Please don't say anything.
Calm down, Wendy.
Please
sit down.
Please don't say anything. Please don't say anything. I'm begging you. My life is on the line here. Please don't say anything. Well, let's ask Katie. Katie, what do you think she said?
I think that was definitely not a swear word.
Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
This is because you... Well, I'll tell you what, hang on a minute. Let's get an American's perspective. Good evening, Chuck.
Yeah, good evening. Very...
what did you hear Catherine say? Don't say it, but did you hear the F word or a sucker?
Let me tell you one thing. If such a potty mouth was on my station, we'd have got rid of her straight away. She said a curse word.
It's a curse word. We'll have a phone vote. Did Catherine drop an F-bomb?
God, you really are low of material tonight, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. And fair play to you for pointing out. Fair play to me.
You throw me under the bus.
I love
the way...
I did say that at the start of the show, I had no material.
Yeah, so it doesn't take an awful lot for you to go, oh, hang on, ip, dip, do. You will be sacrificed on the altar of no content.
Well...
You have to work with those losers. We don't.
Okay.
There we go. You see, it's not me that swore on national...
You know we'll get complaints now because someone will come in halfway thinking I'm actually swearing.
Well, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm saying sucker.
Here's the thing, though. They can't complain about this show because you didn't say it on this show. They'd have to complain about that show. Well, that show's gone out. Those people don't exist anymore. They're ghosts. Katie, what did you call in for?
I called in because you said that the vibe was bad at the beginning. I wanted to, tell you something really cute to cheer you up.
Here we go. Katie's cutie vibe. Let's have it. You ready for it, Chuck?
It's not even a big deal. I've waited 25 minutes to say this, but
it's going to be great.
The baby crawled for the first time.
Yes, mate! That is a big deal. Forget when your kids are annoying you and winding you up and not tidying up their rooms and stuff.
Turning their phones off in the studio.
Not turning their phones off in the studio. You forget that the first time they roll over, for me, that was the one where it's like, oh, my God. And then the crawl, and then the walking along by holding the edge of the sofa. Oh mate, that is a great vibe to start the show with, because that reminds me how beautiful my children are, how beautiful all children are. And how it's a miracle, man. Growing up is a miracle. You forget that, don't you, Catherine? When they're snotty 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, you forget. I mean, you don't. You still remember they're a miracle, but stuff like crawling for the first time. Who was there to see it, Katie?
It was me and my mum and my auntie. We were just sat in the living room, and he was just like playing on the floor. Yeah. And then he just moved. He just crawled along, and I was just in shock. I was like, oh my God, he crawled.
Did you film it?
No, I didn't get the chance. He got fed up being on his tummy then, but...
Good, because I've got the film of my kids rolling over for the first... I've no idea what that is. It's better to have it as memory. Were you and the other two ladies cheering the baby on, going, come on!
Yeah.
Of course
I was going, come on, lad, come on, you can do it.
Oh, mate, you must be so proud.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud. He's so clever.
Did you go to NCT?
Did I go to what?
You know the NCT, the childbirth group.
Antenatal
group.
Oh yeah, I did when I was pregnant. But
you didn't do it after. Well, you did it after. Did you remain friends with any of those people?
No, I didn't speak to them. They were all like married women, and I was there like on my own teen mum, like, hi guys, don't judge me.
No, how did that? That must have felt weird, man.
It was like, I mean, to be fair, they were all. I think they all like were pitying me or something. I don't know.
You don't want
but
pity.
They were being nice to me. Do you know what I mean? No one like gave me any looks, but it did feel a bit awkward. Just taking notes with the husbands.
Hang on, do single mums still get looks, or because of? Are you saying looks because you're a single mum, or because of your age, or both?
Well, I think a bit of both because I was 19. But I look a lot younger than I am.
Oh, okay. You look like okay, right. Yeah. Well...
And I'm small as well, so...
I thought you were like 13 or something. Oh, no!
No, honestly, when I started my job, I started a job when I was pregnant as a waitress, and one of the girls there was like, are you 16 and pregnant? And I was like, no, I'm nearly 20.
Oh, I love that. Well, that you have a few more years of that. Cling on to that, because at some point it happens to everyone. People stop thinking that you're 16 again.
Oh yeah, they stop IDing you. Heartbreaking.
That's very funny. Oh well, listen, that is brilliant news. You should be very, very proud of that. That's a wonderful, wonderful. Although, once they start moving independently, like crawling, it becomes harder, because before you could put the kid on their back on the floor with one of those little things over it with things hanging off, and you could quickly nip into the kitchen, make yourself a cup of tea and a sandwich, and come back, and they'd still be there. If you do that now, you come back, they're gone. They've and you don't know where they've gone. They've crawled away.
Yeah, my dad said it's all over now. Now he started crawling.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Katie, that's brilliant news. Best of luck.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course you
can.
Cut me
off?
Yeah.
I just want to say, I know this is like proper like bum licking, as you would say, but I do really, really like the show, and I literally I listen every single night, and I even schedule my work shift so I can come home for half nine, make a cup of tea, and get used on and have a bath. I love it.
Oh, Katie, I tell you what, let's do. Should we do something?
Go on,
Catherine. Katie, can you email me?
Yeah.
Can you email me your address, and me and Kath will send something nice for your boy? How about that?
Yeah,
it's
that's
Christmas.
Oh, really?
Send me an email with your address on, and we'll send me and Kath will send you a small little thing for your boy, because that's got to be celebrated. We'll celebrate it. It's an early Christmas present. We'll send you a little something. How about that?
Oh yeah, thank you. That's so nice. I'll do it now.
Send me an email, Katie, and I'll send you something in the week.
I will do. Oh, go on.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What a lovely lady. It's a great moment. You forget.
Yeah.
You forget that crawling, so simple, so nothing to someone who's not a parent. When it's your kid, man, it's like... You're the wonder of the human body, baby body, is brought back into focus
because
again.
That's not something you can teach them.
No,
they've got to get it by themselves.
Oh man! Oh, Katie. Well, okay, I can understand why she was getting looks if they thought she was like a child's mum. I can understand that. 19's an age. My mum was 19 when she had my sister. You know, if you'd have been in our NCT class, you'd have been very, very welcome. And we would have teased you mercilessly, but you'd have been very welcome. Chuck, you kept respectfully silent during that phone call.
I didn't know I was on.
Well, you were on. Your line was open the whole way.
Well, that's a shame, but I'm afraid you've built quite a good vibe there, and I'm about to tear it down.
Uh-oh!
Got about a bit of a stinker of a day, actually.
Okay.
I got my presidential press credentials revoked.
Oh, no, not you as well.
Were you doing some late night hoovering?
No, I beg your pardon. What's that have to do with anything?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Were you attacking female members of the White House staff?
Now, that's to be debated.
Oh,
Chuck! I was attending, as I regularly do, as is my want, the President of the United States press conference.
Yes.
And he was talking about climate change.
Yes.
All the rest of the things. And I was asking him a few questions.
Yeah.
And I decided to heat it up a little bit. And went, what do you think about these Saudi Arabians then?
Oh, yes. That's a valid question. Phrasing is not perhaps the greatest, but what do you think of them Saudi Arabians then? That's a decent enough.
I'd like to know what he thinks of them Saudi
definitely.
Arabians. He's gone very quiet on the matter.
Isn't it?
As would I. And he stepped away from the microphone and he said, no, let me get another question, someone else. So you know that lady who comes round with a microphone?
Yes.
She did her business.
So what? In front of you?
What do you mean?
She did her business in front of you. This sounds
uncalled for.
Disgusting. We know Trump's into the yellow, but the brown?
I think you're getting a bit saucy.
No, okay. Well, you carry it. Well, if you think brown is saucy, then dear God.
So what happened?
I'd hate to see your condiment cupboard.
She wrestled you.
She tried to get the microphone out of my hands.
Yeah.
And so I followed the previous rules set out by my commander-in-chief, and I grabbed her by the pussy.
Well, okay. Well, that's sexual assault, Chuck.
Well, it seems that the White House thinks that as well, because I've been banned from...
that would be that, Chuck. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, that took a dark turn, didn't it? 03 44 1000. Adam, you can call in about anything, right? This is the thing. Come on. Remember last week? Okay, there was a Okay, last week we had a call from a guy who had emailed me a few times about his depression and stuff and his relationship with his wife. And I kind of said, dude, I can't help you with that. That's something you've got to go through on your own. You know, I can't give you... I don't want to talk to you about my situation. And he phoned up last week to say that his depression was better because he was using CBD oil.
Right, yeah.
And he said that I should use it. Right?
Even though you said there's various reasons why that's not a good idea.
No. He said, but he kept saying that you should definitely use it. I was going, well, I'm a recovering addict. It's not drugs. Okay, fine, but it would put in my head that it would
feel like drugs.
It would feel like I'm somehow imbibing weed, and then that would get me onto the weed, and then what's the point of a joint when there's cocaine out there, right? Just email me, Adam. Please call in. Just wanted to ask if it's okay to call in tonight. I've been using the CBD to try and help my depression, which has worked great, but it has made me want to smoke weed. Now, Adam, call...
That was me.
Was it?
My stomach.
I felt that in me. Adam, call in, brother. You can call in. Let me just do it. I'll email him back. 034. But you know the rule, guys. You can call in about anything you want.
Yeah, we get emails or tweets all the time. Can we phone in about this? Yeah, you can phone in about anything. Honestly, 0344 499 1000. Don't ask. Get on the phone.
Kath's got a cob on making up for when she dropped that F-bomb yesterday.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Oh, got a bit of homework. So they're going to do an advert for us, this show, in a newspaper, The Sun. At last. It's only coming up to my 3rd anniversary here. They're going to do an advert, okay? But the powers that be, the suits, the man, emailed me and Kath saying, right, we need 4 images that we can put on the advert that kind of sum up the show. Let me get you the email. Let me find the email. Hang on a second. Oh, hang on a second. Whoa, hang on a second. There we go. Katie sent her address. Right, we'll choose a small little something tomorrow, Katie, and we'll get it sent via Amazon. Because that'd be nice. Where is the? Here we go. Oh, by the way, can I just also make a suggestion to who is this Fergus Wright, marketing executive? Okay, Fergus. One. Can I give him a tip? I don't know. I mean, how important is this guy? Is he important?
Don't know.
Right, Fergus Wright.
So go easy.
Marketing executive, National Radio Brands. He's doing the advertising for this show. Please spell my name right. Doesn't spell it right in the email. Spells my name wrong.
I'm going to send him a little...
in the email. I don't care, privately, but if you're going to put it in an advert... Hi, hope you are. We're currently working on a press ad for Iain's show, spelt like a dirty pervert. Please could you recommend 3 or 4 small images that are associated with his show and can be used in the ad? I think especially a few jungle-related images will be perfect at the moment. I get it, fine, it's fair enough. And he said we've enclosed Eamon's ad here. So Eamon's ad has got some poppies, a television remote control, a sign saying "We Heart Our NHS," a statue with a cone on its head. Don't know if this sums up Eamon's show. It hasn't got any wine gums. And strangely, it's got a picture of him there. So we need 4 images, dear listener. So 3, 4, 5 images that we can send back to them and say, yeah, these we think start the show. These are the ones I came up with, right? But I'm not married to them. So I put an Atari joystick, like retro gaming, old games, because we've got games. And so it's kind of the vibe. A record player.
Yes.
Picture of a ghost, but like a ghost in like a sheet, someone in a sheet. We're doing that.
Okay.
A UFO.
Mm-hmm.
And some strawberries.
Yeah.
They want the. Listen, I get it. They want the jungle thing. Let's put a pile of strawberries like the Ferrero Rocher. Have you got any ideas, Catherine Boyle?
None that would go in a newspaper.
Okie dokie. If you have any suggestions, dear listener, please do give us a call, and we will send the best to the guy in charge of marketing that can't spell my name properly.
Because you do talk about sex bots a lot.
We'll have a sex bot. What does a sex bot look like?
Like a rubber doll. That's not a.
Yes. 0344. I'm only teasing Fergus. I know you'll get my name right in the advert.
You will, because I've just sent him an email.
But 0344. He's got a load of people to worry about, so I'm not that worried about it in an email. 0344 499 1000. We need 4 or 5 images that sum up this show that you could see in an advert in a newspaper. Adam sent me an email. Adam's called in. Evening, Adam.
Hello. How are you?
And that's not of anyone's concern apart from mine and my God's. So what's going on with you? You were on the other week banging on about how I should be trying CBD.
Yeah.
And I put out a very...
No, it's an opinion I've not heard before on it, to be honest.
What?
And, saying, no, doctors don't prescribe it, so I'm not doing it.
That's not what you said. It's not what I said.
No, but you said that it's not a tried and tested sort of...
Nope.
What your...
Nope.
Practitioner recommends.
Nope.
Go on then.
Well, I don't know if there's any point in me telling. If okay, I'll tell you again. I'm working on a very strict program with my psychiatrist, and we are working at the moment to get me off of my antidepressants. But I'm also a recovering drug addict.
Yeah.
And if I take
things into your head, to say that you can open up to other stuff, which is the whole point of my email to you.
And if I'm a recovering drug addict. And if
you don't want to try that.
If I take anything that psychologically, even though it may be perfectly safe, it may not have any of the hallucinogenic bit that gets you high. If I take something like that, there's a little fuse in my brain is going to trip, and it'll go. Well, but you're taking a marijuana derivative. You might as well take some marijuana. In fact, forget the marijuana. You might as well go and get some coke, man. That's how an addict's
strippers and great.
Well, that's how an addict's brain. That's how this addict's brain. Works.
This is where I've never ever really tried cannabis as a recreational thing ever in the past, and after say a month of using CBD oil, it massively affected my depression hugely, and it allowed me to take the step of leaving my wife of 15 years and 2 young children. So now I'm living in the flat on my own, and I feel like I've had that release of we got to the root of the problem. I finally accepted after 2 or 3 years that was the root of the problem and left. But along with that, it comes with, like, the CBD, the exact what you said. I'm taking a cannabis derivative that's obviously been proved safe, no hallucinogenic effects. So why can't I just try that as well? And because it's kind of half that. And
well, why can't you try? Why can't you try that? Why can't you try that? I'm not saying you should. I'm just asking the question that you brought up. Why can't you try that?
Well, that's it. It's kind of an urge. It's kind of like you've done that, so you could do this now. And I wouldn't class myself as a vulnerable person, but I can exactly see the whole push of all these CBD products that have just hit the market now. That someone who is maybe vulnerable, who's been there before, it would just click that switch in the brain and set them off.
Why are you
straight away?
Why do you sound so? I'm going to say it. Why do you sound so wired, man?
I don't know. It's kind of the whole last 2-3 weeks of my life have kind of. All of a sudden, after 3 or 4 years of real bad depression and suicidal thoughts, I've come out the other end of it in like a snap.
No, you haven't.
I feel.
No, you haven't.
I might be kidding myself, but I feel fantastic.
You're kidding yourself, yeah. You're in the pink clouds. Yeah. You're going to get ready for it, man. You're going to come crashing down at some point. And I suspect, listen, what do I know? I don't know anything. Why should I speak?
No, you know everything. That's why I email you.
No. And this is where you have to stop. I don't know anything. Dude, and I'm going to make some suggestions, some of which you ain't going to like, because I don't know anything, right?
Okay.
In fact, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. And I'll tell you why I'm not going to say it, because I'm worried that if I say something would affect me, I'm worried that you are then affected in the way that I've suggested it would affect me. So I'm worried that by me saying stuff to you specifically, Adam, it's putting ideas in your head, and you are somehow, your brain and your body are interpreting those ideas and making them happen. It's becoming if I say something, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy for you.
I understand what you're saying. And
so I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm not going to say about the effects of anything, because I'm worried that if I say something, 2 weeks later I'm going to get a phone call saying, "Oh man, you said that. Well, do you know what actually happened? Because and you know everything."
No,
I'm worried that you are putting too much weight into me.
No, I think it's just the someone else who's kind of openly honest about these sorts of things. I think that is the only connection.
No, and I'll tell you why. Okay. And listen, I'm not in any way criticising you or having a go.
No, honestly,
I'm trying to do this for your own safety. You've been sending me quite a lot of emails. The first few I replied to, then I kind of said, you know what, dude, I can't help you with this. You've got to find someone else. And I think... how many friends have you got, man?
A handful.
Right. When was the last time you saw them and told you that you feel shit?
Today, funnily enough.
Okay, well, that's good.
Friend come round and we both took the day off work and sat and drank tea all day.
Good, great. I worry that you are fixating on me slightly too much, and that you're putting too much weight onto what I say when I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers for my own life, let alone anybody else's life. And I'm going to make a suggestion. I'm going to make a suggestion that you're not going to like, but I think it'll be really, really healthy for you. You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Stop emailing me.
Okay, that's fine, dude. There's no problem at all.
Okay.
No, that's fine. No problem at all. But I do appreciate the couple of replies you sent. It did actually put a lot in perspective, shall I say.
Okay. But I'm not saying that because I'm angry with you, and I'm not saying that...
No, I understand.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You're quite frisky... You're very frisky tonight with interrupting and not listening.
No, okay.
Which says a lot. Which says a lot. And I'm not saying don't email me because I'm having a go at you, or because I'm angry, or because I'm pissed off with you, or because whatever. I have no feelings towards you whatsoever, apart from a human being that is suffering, okay? And, I empathise, but apart from that, I have no feelings to you, like I don't really have any feelings to many of the callers, right? All I'm saying is, don't email me, because I think you are investing too much weight in what I say. I don't know of anybody else who's taken CBD oil and then gone, I want to smoke weed. I don't know anybody else that's had that effect. And I just think, isn't it a coincidence that I said that would be the effect on me, and now that's the effect on you 2 weeks later?
I think actually that would make a lot of sense. I'm quite a binary person. I'm ones and zeros. it has to make sense to me to, you know what I mean, to process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the ones and zeros, it's either true or it's not. But when you look at that, that makes perfect sense. And, you know, I'll hold my hands up and say, all right, let's not email you and just see, you know, what happens, and maybe things will completely change.
Welcome to Call the Show In, and but I would suggest that you reach out to real people. I'm not a real person. I'm a bloke on a radio. Let me finish.
It was literally the similarity in situation. That's all.
Okay. I would suggest you reach out to real people. I would suggest you reach out to your doctor, to, if you can afford it, to a counsellor, to your friends, and to the Samaritans if you need to.
Okay.
To your church, if that's your thing. To nature, if that is, you know, going out and walking in nature. I would suggest you forget me, because I'm not a real person, and you go and...
Well.
No, I'm not. I'm not a real person. I'm not a real person. To Kath, I'm a real person, because she's my we're best mates.
Yeah,
to Sam, I'm not even a real person, because we don't speak out of here. I come in here and I do the show. To Kath, I'm a real person. To my mate Simon, who I saw tonight, I'm a real person. To you lot, I'm not a real person. To you, the listener, I'm not a real person. You will never know me.
Well, you never know. No, that's creepy. Okay, forget that.
That was creepy. No. I'm not going to forget that. I'm going to pull you up on that. That did make me feel uncomfortable.
Sorry, no, I was joking. Okay.
Okay, well, if it was a joke, if it was a joke, then that is great. But you've got to be careful with jokes.
Okay. No,
okay, but I'm not having a go, man. So don't.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry. I completely understand.
All right. Well, I wish you the very best, and we'll speak to you again soon.
I'm sure you will.
Cheers, man. Bye bye.
Thanks, Ian.
Bye. Was that okay? That was okay.
Yeah. Because, we've had this situation before with people, and it's testament to the show and the fact that we're on late at night when people are on their own and they're feeling vulnerable, and it's great that people can come on and talk openly, because you do, right?
Yeah.
But I think sometimes the confessional kind of nature of the show means that people come to us when actually they'd be better placed going to someone who can really help them, you know, in their lives, and we don't want to distract from that.
No. And I'm not a real person to you, dear listener. You may think I am, but I'm not. I don't know Sam. I don't know you, Sam. And I like you, and you've come to a couple of things we've done, but we're not, you know, I know Sam. He knows me probably as well as he knows James Whale. Dear God. But to you, I'm real. To my kids, I'm real. But to you, dear listener, even though I may have met many of you, I'm not a real person. I'm a bloke in the radio, and you know, like 10%, 8% of me. There's loads of stuff you don't know, and you think you know me, but you don't know me. And there'll be people going, yeah, but I know him, because I've been listening to him for 15 years, and I've met him 8 times. Hey, it's great you listened for 15 years. It's great that we've met. I love meeting you. I love it. It's one of my favourite things at the end of the show, when we do the live show, is then sticking around going, right, who wants a picture? I love it. Feels a bit weird, but I love it. But you don't know me. You don't know me. It's not, you know. Although I've got a feeling I'm going to become friends with that guy from that record shop. I've got a feeling. I've just got a vibe.
Yeah, he's a character, isn't he?
Yeah. Saying that, dear listener, I hope that doesn't come across as arrogant or preachy or heavy. I'm just being honest, and we've had a couple of people get a little bit too intimate with us, with the show, with us as people. So I'm just kind of setting a few boundaries in early, just so, you know, all of that. But I hope that's not scared you away from calling, because I now notice we have no phone calls on the switchboard. So, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We're looking for 4 or 5 pictures that sum up this radio show that can go into a national newspaper ad. I need to talk to you. I think I might need to... I was very flippant about using a Ouija board as a mouse mat. I think my house is haunted now. So I might need to talk to you about an exorcism, Christmas, tattoos, and all kinds. I don't know. Who cares? I mean, it's all filler. We're all just filling time until we die. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee, Katherine Boyle and Sam on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Keep me near, I'll be looking.
0344 499 1000. Good evening, Nick. Hello, Nick.
Oh, Ian, you all right?
I'm all right. You sound surprised to speak to me, Nick. Almost as if you didn't know that you just phoned our show.
I'll just do the last bit of minder.
Oh, we go. I apologise for that. What you got for us, Nick?
Yeah, good. Just a quick update with Laura and Hardy. I mentioned them last time. They was in October, but that was a British Film Festival.
Oh, the movie. Yes, it's coming out in January.
General release January, yeah. Because people, yeah. So let's get in that in.
I've got a friend who's seen it, and I'm hoping that me and Kath, we're on the list to if there are any more screenings before Christmas. Me and Kath are going.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. A few of us going to go. Yeah. It'll be funny,
It'll be a good old laugh. That's what we need.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. What was you saying? You was trying to find a chip machine earlier.
Sorry?
Is it a chip machine?
I beg your pardon?
Huh? He was rolling around London in the park or something.
Oh, looking for no, we were geocaching. Geocaching.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, mate, it's brilliant, right? You download an app on your phone for free, and then you turn it on, and it finds all these people hide these little tubs and tins and pots all around the country, thousands of them, right? And the map on your app tells you where to go, and you go, and they're sort of hidden, and there are a few clues, and then you find it, and you open it up, and there's a bit of paper in there, and you write your name on it to prove that you've been there, and then you go and find another one, and that's it. It's great fun.
Oh, it's like that other one they had, like that, the make-believe ones, is it? An advanced one of that? Like,
the make-believe ones?
Yeah, there was, what was it called? I don't know, I don't do all that. They find all the little monsters or something.
Monsters in my pocket?
Yeah, on your phone, yeah.
Monsters in my pocket on my phone? Okay, I don't know that one.
Yeah, no, you see them all walking around like cemeteries and different places trying to find these things.
Zombies?
What are they called?
Zombies?
Yeah, no, yeah, like all different characters or something, cartoony things or something.
Oh, like cosplay?
I don't know what it's called. Kids do it, or all sorts of people do it. They go around in groups doing it, looking for these things. No, talking about drugs.
Yeah? You got any? Huh?
No.
Good lad.
But I have been through that, and the advice that you give these people is pretty good, really, because once you start on something, it can lead to something else. I mean, I don't even take... I just use my asthma inhaler now. I don't take any antidepressants, but yeah, I've been through that. I think it takes a long time, but yeah, good.
Well, but here's the thing: some people a lot of people can take drugs, recreational drugs, successfully. I know most of my friends could, smoke half a joint, then put the rest of their teeth back in a little baggie and put it in the back of the cupboard and forget it for a month. I had friends that could do a couple of lines of cocaine and go, well, that's enough for this weekend. We'll put that and we'll use that on your birthday in 6 weeks' time. I've got loads of friends that could do that. Again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that's what, people should go and do. I'm just being realistic. That is how a lot of people use drugs. Then there are a percentage of people like me who, if I put a drug in my body, I have an allergic reaction to it, which means I can't stop putting drugs in my body. One is too many and 1,000 is never enough. Get this. Imagine someone having a glass of wine. Why would you have a glass of wine? When there's a bottle. You'll have a bottle of wine and then you'll go to the offie and you'll buy 5 more.
It's because you're an addict, mate.
Exactly.
I had a twist when I went through that system once, rehab. I did it only once.
Yeah.
And my sort of diagnosis, if you like, when I come out, I was towards the end, they said that I've got what you call cross addiction. Have you heard of that?
Cross addiction, yeah, go on. What does it mean to you?
Well, mine was sort of 4 things. It was drink, drugs, women, and gambling.
Yeah. They're powerful stuff, man.
If one didn't get me, another one would. So I'm not saying, you only live your own life, but it takes forever, man, to get yourself.
It does.
straight.
Well, how did you? Because those are powerful things. How did you get yourself proper straight then? Or have you?
I stopped for a few years and I've sort of slowed down.
Yeah.
But gambling I've trouble with out of them all still. I used to work in a bookies, which didn't help. You know what I mean?
Mate, were you spending all your wages in there? Yeah, it's a tough one, man.
So no more violin, but it's a good show.
Have more violin, Nick. You deserve the violin. You've worked hard for that violin, brother. You've been through the wars.
No, I do some art, don't I? And I knocked up 2 pictures today.
Oh yeah.
And one of them is like.
Did you draw a picture? Did you draw a picture of me and Kath once?
No.
Someone did.
I don't do real things. It's all abstract.
That was the guy that saw the puma.
Oh right, yeah, he saw the puma. Okay. Oh, so what did you draw today then, Nick?
I did I do abstract. I did like a stairs, sort of like a symmetrical one.
Yeah.
And I did this white whale.
Oh.
Anything goes, isn't it, Ian, as you know?
Anything goes, brother. Whatever you get art. Turn your pain into art.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Nice one,
It's
Nick.
quite cheap. Yeah,
All right, brother. Nice to talk to you,
Thanks
man.
for taking the call.
No, always, any time, fella. Nice to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. He's a nice guy. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Be very, very welcome. I should have asked him. He's an artist. We're looking for 4 pictures that sum up this show that we can send to the advertising powers that be and get an advert in the newspapers and really, really take this show to the next level. I reckon we can take this up to 25, 30 listeners. 03, Nick goes, the switchboard is empty. 03 44 499 1000 is the telephone number. I should say, loads of you listening on the app and online. Don't forget we're on DAB as well, and they have recently turned on some brand new DAB transmitters, and what that means is, if you couldn't get us on DAB before, there's a really strong chance that you might get us this time. So turn on your DAB radios, go into a deep tune, like a really deep tune. Because you can do like a casual tune, and then I don't even know. I keep saying a deep tune. I don't even know if that's what it's called.
I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've been getting it
So
right.
sometimes, right, you can just hit your button
Yeah.
just casually.
Casual tune.
Like just casual
That is
tune.
definitely not called a casual tune.
You need to press and hold, is what we're talking about.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Well, I bet all these weeks I've been struggling to say it, and you knew it. Been trying to
I
get
knew
me,
some. I mean, some will operate in a different
trying to get
fashion.
me to look dumb. You sucker. That's how you do it. That's how you say it. You sucker.
Yeah, but except I don't say sucker.
You sucker. Can I play you a really funny song that I heard today? There is not... I found the perfect comedy series. Tim and Eric's Awesome Show, Season 4. Season 4 is the one where it really comes to shape. And it's a one where I think I can show the boys. The boys have seen bits of their stuff, but then some of it is filthy. So far in Season 4, the filth is not so much, and also it's very, very high-frequency filth, so kids won't get it. But there's a brilliant song where it's Sylvester Stallone's brother singing to his daughter, and it's called Daddy Daughter Sing Off 98, Molly and Frank Stallone. Listen to this song. This is a great song. It's called A Father's Gift. Now,
Hush, my daughter, I've got something to say to you.
doesn't he look like his brother?
And it might not be the words you want to hear. Your mother and I are running out of space for all our stuff. And there's only one place to put the things that we both hold so dear. We're turning your bedroom back into the computer room.
The computer room. kid who's about 7.
He looks gutted.
Whatever you think you need to do, pack your bags and a travel shampoo. Honestly, Tim and Eric season 4, it is delicious. It is delicious. There's an advert in it for businessmen who don't get time to travel, don't get time to shower because they're travelling. It's an attachment that you attach to a urinal in a public toilets, and you strip off, and then you press the flush, and the water that comes out, you have a quick shower in that. It's so funny, man. Watching that, that's why I was late coming in tonight, because I was watching it, and they're only 13 minutes long. And I kept going, oh, I'll do another one. Oh, I'll do it's Tim and Eric season 4, excellent stuff. 03 444 1000. Empty switchboard, dear listener. Don't worry, we've got plenty of stuff for you. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Guess the mystery noise. 0344 499 1000. You're listening to BBC Kent. Once again, here is the mystery noise. If you can guess what it is, give us a call and go through to our Hall of Fame.
What you said you were going to do.
Here we go. Guess who we've had so far are a cat masturbating, a dog being strangled, and someone playing with their balls. Some of those are closer than you think. 03 444 499 1000. But first, here's Candy by Robbie Williams. I can do it.
Do you remember when we used to have to play that?
Candy, jeez. Oh, terrible. One of the worst songs.
Next time Iain introduces a song, could you get him to make out he enjoys it?
Hang on, what?
Didn't you get told off for doing that WM, saying something was poo? Yeah, you didn't like the Taylor Swift one, but you grew to love it.
Yeah, WM, yeah. Both my bosses at WM were great people. I really look forward to working for them again. Good evening, Star.
Hello.
Hello, Star.
I'm just ringing up for a update of Velvet.
Oh, yeah, Velvet, my cat. I got home last night. There was blood everywhere. It was a bloodbath. It wasn't a bloodbath. There were 2 pools of blood, one the size of a 20p piece and one the size of a 50p piece at the foot of the stairs. Fresh, wet blood. It wasn't just like a little spot. It was bloody. Yeah. And then I had a little look upstairs, and there was little specks of blood, circles of blood in every single room. I could see where she'd been. She'd been sat by the sink in the bathroom. She'd been in my boys' room. She hadn't been upstairs into the loft room, but anyway. So there was blood. So I'm thinking she's very old. She's nearly 20. And I was thinking she's got cancer. She's got a tumour. They're going to, oh, yeah, God, and all of this. And I took her to the vets today. Well, I phoned up the vets, right, because she's not registered at this vet. And I said, I'd like to register my cat and bring her in, please, right? And so the woman said, OK, a few questions. What's your cat's name? I said, Velvet Lee. I like putting the surname. And she said, right, do you know roughly when your cat was born? I said, yeah, March 1999. And she went, Jesus, she's old. I said, she's nearly 20. I went, yeah, but Jesus, she's old. So I took her into the vets tonight. He touched her up. My cat was not in a good mood with me, but he had a little look and he said, look, she's old, she's fine. She's got stiff legs. I can't feel anything. We
knew about the stiff legs because she walks like Tina Turner.
Yeah, and he said what it is probably is the stiff legs means that when she goes to the toilet she can't really crouch properly, so she might not be emptying her bladder enough. So she might then every now and then kind of crouch a bit and try and push a bit harder, and she might be squeezing out a little bit of blood. And he said it's more than likely fine. Keep an eye on it because it happened about a month ago, but there was a tiny bit. He said, keep an eye on it. If it suddenly gets worse, bring her back in, but I don't think it will do. Here's some medicine in case you see her do it, and this will just help. He said she's an old lady, And, you know, if this is all she's got going wrong with her, then she's doing really, really well.
Yeah,
and he said,
definitely.
does she still go out? I said, oh, she loves going out. He said, oh, because older cats tend not to go out.
She loves it.
I said, she's out all the flipping time, apart from when she's asleep. He said, well, just be prepared that there might come a time when she doesn't want to go out, particularly if the weather changes and da-da-da. But she is fine, Star, and I had to tell my youngest son wants her to die so I can buy a kitten. And I told my youngest today, and he was laughing because he gets the joke. But yeah, it's the best news. I was really, really worried. So thank you for asking.
Smashing. You're welcome. I'm absolutely pleased that she's fine and there's nothing too wrong.
Thank you, mate. That's very kind. News. Thank you, Star. Thank you. No, I was very worried last night. Very worried. Thank you for that. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. The late night alternative. If you want to give us a call, you can give us a call about anything you want. If you're waiting for the question for the pet, well, we have asked a question tonight, and no one's given us an answer to the question. The question is, can you help us do our job, which is actually helping someone else do their job? We need to come up with 4 images that best describe this show. Oh, it's my phone. Oh, it's my phone alarm. Oh, phone alarm. Do you know what this phone alarm means? Set that alarm to remind me of something.
Go on.
It's time, dear listener, for Kath's Christmas present. Yay!
No, what?
I got you a Christmas present.
What for? It's not Christmas.
Well, I'm a good guy. So this is your Christmas present. There it is.
Oh.
There you go. That is your Christmas present. Enjoy. This is great.
I've bought you a gift subscription from magazinesdirect.com. Your subscription to this magazine will be delivered direct to your door so you never miss an issue.
Magazine subscription, the gift that keeps on giving, for 6 months.
Do I read the rest?
Read it all.
This looks like the biggest load of bollocks I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait for you to bring it into work for us to read. Yours sincerely, Iain.
Can you see what the magazine is?
Chat, it's fate.
Now, someone tweeted this magazine. I think maybe Maz tweeted this magazine earlier on, and I've been fascinated by it all day. It's the website describes it as like a psychic magazine for busy women. Something like that.
Not busy enough.
Go to their website and look at it. It looks amazing. It's a magazine. You know the bullshine stories that we find in the newspaper?
Yeah.
They're all in one place. They're all in Chat It's Fate.
Chat It's Fate magazine. Chat It's Fate is the leading psychic magazine everyone trusts. That's a sweeping generalisation. No other publication has the content and variety of our paranormal, true-life stories which make our readers gasp in awe, but, believe us, every word is true. This isn't a Christmas present for us, for me. It's a Christmas present for the listener.
It's a Christmas present for me. But it's great. So
wow, look at this one, right? This front cover.
But hang on, it's like, before you describe that, it is like... You know those magazines? My boyfriend was married to 3 other women. My dog ate its own testicles but still had babies. It's like that, but with each story's got a psychic twist. Go on, read the cover. This is so cool.
Okay, so this is the cover of December 2018. Right, Chat It's Fate. The best psychic advice. I see angels down the veg aisle! Exclamation mark.
Even Sam's loving it!
The afterlife made sure...
This is going to be gold.
This one. The afterlife made sure that I'm never lonely. The big one, though, across the middle of the page, stalked by a shapeshifter who hates me.
Come here. Merry Christmas, love.
Thanks very much.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Is that all I'm getting?
Yeah, of course it is. I think it was Maz who tweeted that earlier on in reference to a tweet I'd done, and I thought it was a mocked up magazine, and so I googled it, and all day I just keep going back to the website, going, "Oh, I really want to subscribe, but I can't subscribe." So
I get it. We made a stranger our son, then he saved us. Learn to heal yourself for Christmas. Her past became my future.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know.
What does that even
Harness
mean?
the magic of Christmas baubles. Well, I don't think you should be doing that.
As my kids call them, ball balls.
Ball balls?
Ball balls.
Well, thanks.
Doesn't it look good? It looks brilliant. I think you get your first one next week. So
Can't wait.
Not can I.
Can I open it early?
Of course you can. 6 months of that you've got, my love. Enjoy. Enjoy. 6 months of material where you ain't got to do any work anymore.
Chat It's Fate.
If anyone's ever read this Chat It's Fate magazine, can you please give us a call? I tweeted them earlier, but they didn't reply. It just looks like the best thing ever. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Jeffrey. Good evening, Jeffrey.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Jeffrey. What you got for us?
It's about the mystery noise, primarily.
Okay. Do you want to hear it again?
Well, okay, yes.
Here we go. This is it. What is this mystery noise? Okay, what do you think that noise is?
I think it's Christo Fufas cleaning his dog with
Well, let's... just say it one more time. What do you think it is?
Christo Fufas cleaning his dog.
Let's find out.
I wipe my dog's bums. I wipe my dog's bums. All right? I wipe my dog's bums.
You're absolutely right, Jeffrey. Well done.
Yeah. I knew that was the answer.
I can't breathe. Anything else, Jeffrey?
oh, God. Can we do reality, or is there not time?
There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time, brother.
Oh, man. Actually, I'm losing the plot.
Okay. What's happened?
A few little bits and bobs.
Can I just say, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, go on.
Right,
go on.
No, but I'm not laughing at you. I'm still laughing at your brilliant opening gambit of answering the question.
And I like the way you say Christo Fufas.
I know, so do I. And I'm now laughing as well because it's also got quite uncomfortable with that sudden gear change. But I like it, and I can't wait to hear it. But I'm in a giggly mood now.
Oh, okay.
So when you tell me your life is falling apart, I'm going to laugh. I know it is. I know it is, and I'm still laughing. But I'm not right.
And also, he's a horrible human being.
I find it amusing.
No, don't. Right, focus, Jeffrey. Tell us seriously, brother. What is going on?
I don't know, actually. Things just seem to have come to a little bit of a crunch lately, and I seem to be doing things out of my character. And the only thing I can see really massively different is that I had to go for the disability assessment thing. Do you know? I had to do that recently.
How did that go?
Yeah, I think that kind of blew me away a little bit.
In what way? Humiliating? Degrading?
Degrading.
Right, yeah, I get that. I've sat in one of those sessions with my mum, and yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, and it kind of made it worse. It made it easier because I otherwise don't know if I would have got there, but I took my son with me, who's 17, and he's pretty, he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders, if you know what I mean, but still, I don't know how it affected him, to be honest, but it didn't feel good to me to talk that way in front of him and admit all my weaknesses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you asked him how it affected him?
I haven't. I've spoken to him a couple of times since, but I haven't mentioned that, no.
Isn't it interesting? Well, isn't it interesting that you're saying to me, a stranger, I don't know how it's affected my son, when you could ask him? And I know that's difficult, and I know that must be difficult. I'm not saying it's easy and you're dumb for not doing it, but I'm just wondering why you hadn't.
It's occurred to me, I'm a little bit afraid to do so, I suppose.
Why? What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Well, is there something are you afraid he's going to laugh at you? Afraid he's going to hate you, resent you? Be afraid that he's upset? What are you afraid of?
No. Okay, you got me. I don't know.
And I'm not trying to catch you out. Maybe there is genuinely a reason. I can't see one, but I'm not in your situation. Maybe there is. It will be a tough conversation for a dad and his 17-year-old son to have, but it might be really healthy for both. It feels to me, Jeffrey, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you're kind of fretting about something, about your son and how he might have reacted to that, when your son might be really, really cool with it. Your son might be really, really, I don't know, he might be really upset, he might be okay, or he might be really, really proud of you. And until you ask him You're making this thing that may be nothing to him into something big. Does that make sense, or am I gone too far up my own ass?
That makes sense, yeah, I'll give that a go. I'll talk to him, you're right, I'll talk to him. Because, it didn't feel right to me, the whole thing felt wrong-footed. Just putting him in that situation. But I needed someone to go with me, and there was no one else to go with me.
Yeah. I bet he was proud to do it, wasn't he?
I don't know, man, I don't know. He was all right with it, he's pretty cool. But, I don't know.
Here's the thing. If you've brought him up as well as I think you have...
Thank you.
Well, you might be a terrible dad. I just don't know. But I get the vibe from you, Jeffrey.
They're good people.
Yeah, I get the... exactly. If you've brought him up the way I think you have, I think he'd have been upset that his dad is in that situation.
Yeah.
But that he would have been more than happy and proud to have been able to help.
Okay.
That's what I think. You sound like a good man, and I bet you've got good kids, and I bet you've done right by them.
I'm half a good man, but my kids are very good kids, man.
There you go, then. That's perfect. Have a chat with him.
All right, yeah, cheers. All right, and if I may just draw it back to Christopher Fufask sitting the bum.
Yes, you may just do it there and...
Yeah.
Jeffrey, good luck with that. If you feel like letting us know how it goes, do, and if it's too private, then don't. But I wish you the best of luck. I think you'll be surprised.
All right, thanks, bud.
Cheers, fella. Take care. Bye-bye. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. He's a good man. Those disability sessions are humiliating. They are humiliating, I think. I only saw one with my mum, and it was a long time ago. A couple with my mum of that being assessed for benefits and stuff. Been in loads of physio sessions with her, but it's humiliating. So just show me how shit your body is, please. Just show me exactly what you can't do. Can you reach that? No. Can you try? I'm trying. It's a real... Let's focus on all the things you can't do because your body or your brain are letting you down.
Yeah. I had a friend who had early onset MS. So some days they could do that.
Yeah,
you could walk to my car. I could walk down. And I think, do you remember it was in the assessment centre was in Luton? You had to go upstairs to get there.
Yeah, it was a big controversy. You had to go upstairs, and obviously loads of people are in wheelchairs or can't walk upstairs. There wasn't a lift, was there?
I don't think so. But it was like, on one day, they might be all right. The next day they can't move at all. Horrible.
I bet you've got a good boy there, Jeffrey, and I think you have a good chat. I hope... I make a real point of speaking to my kids about stuff, about emotions and about life and about death and about stuff. Not all the time. It's not like heavy. I get the kids for the weekend. We lock them in and go, right, okay, we're going to do a workshop, guys. But we'll be sat there playing Halo on the Xbox, and we'll be playing away and just engrossed in the game. And I'll just turn to them and say, by the way, how you guys doing with the divorce? You all right? Me not being there, and generally they're cool with it. But the youngest one is struggling, and he's very good at saying, well, I really miss... He can't quite verbalise it. We haven't quite got my finger on what it is he's struggling with yet. But he'll say, I miss you, and I wish I could see you more. And we chat about it. And then we go back to playing the game, and then we might talk a bit more. And then I say, right, does anyone fancy some prawn cocktail crisps? And that's it. And I can't... I hope that when my boys are 17, we've still got that thing.
Well, you're setting the foundations down for that, and the thing is, when they're little and when you've got adult problems, it's knowing when it's something that they need to talk about, and knowing when it's something that you want to talk. It's finding that line, because I know people who offload on their kids and their kids know too much. But I feel like you've got the right balance with your boys.
I feel that I get the vibe right when they say I nudge them to say as much as they want to say, sometimes maybe just that little bit more. If they don't want to talk about it, I'll back off and we'll try it next week. It's fine. It's funny, because I do worry about whether I'm being a good dad and stuff. Because my dad was lousy.
Hey, do you know what, though? That's half the thing.
Well, there you go. But I was thinking today, I was in bed thinking, when my dad moved out when I was 15, I didn't have his address for 25 years. I didn't have his address. Didn't know where he lived. Didn't know. I saw him from time to time. Didn't know where he lived for 25 years. I never went and visited him until he was dying. At least my boys know where I live, and they've got my phone number, and they've been to the house, so we're doing all right there. No, let's go to Peter. Good evening, Peter.
Good day, Ian. How you going, mate?
We're doing very, very, very well, Peter. How the devil is Australia?
Oh, it's a bit warm today. I'm walking through a park as usual.
Shut up.
And it's a bit warm.
Shut up.
Yeah, honestly, mate.
Shut up, man. I don't get lost. You flaming galah.
You flaming galah.
Well, it's proper cold here. Winter has started today. Hey, I saw a tweet. It's snowing in southeast London somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah. Danny Baker tweeted earlier that there's snow somewhere in southeast London. So it is happening.
That's amazing.
It is happening.
That's why I left. That's why I left England, because of the weather.
Oh,
it was miserable.
It was Holly, not man. So, Holly tweeted that magazine. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. The thing is, Peter, I like the weather like this, right? I like it. I like it cold. I know what to do in the cold. You put on a jacket and you put on a coat and you put on a hat and a scarf. I don't know what to do in the heat. There's only so many clothes I can take off.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, yeah.
So yeah. I like the cold.
Yeah, fair enough. We're all different. That's okay.
I'm not going to fall. Listen, I'm not going to fall out with you. I'm not going to fall out with this guy.
What can you say? Some people like seasons.
Yep.
Hey, Ian, I meant to ask you last time I was on, are you doing any more of the Flix Capacitor podcast?
Oh, God, yeah. This is the time travel thing I do with my friend Elton McManus, who I've never actually met. I met him once,
yeah,
I think.
Great.
We might be recording one on Thursday, actually. I've got to check my diary and see if I'm free Thursday. We might be doing one then. So, yeah. You like it, do you? This is our silly little time travel podcast that we do.
Well, yeah, I do enjoy it, but one of the biggest reasons I enjoy it is because it's introducing me to movies I've never heard of before.
Oh, mate.
And that's great.
We've got some great ones coming up. If anyone wants to have a listen to it, the Flix, F-L-I-X, Capacitor, it's on iTunes, it's on all the usual podcast providers. We've only done 2 episodes so far. We do them as and when we can. And it's geeky and it's nerdy and it is fun. We're hopefully going to do one on Thursday, Peter. If not Thursday, we're going to do one next week.
Oh, that's great. Would it be the one, I think you mentioned a title...
was it Leggett or something?
Of a movie, a short... Beg your pardon?
Is it Leggett or something? I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, Leggett, yeah.
Leggett, yeah. It's going to be that.
It's a short French movie, isn't it, or something?
I think it's 30 minutes long. Right, yeah. Well, I'm watching that. I might watch that when I get home tonight. And, that's the one we're going to do. So if you want to get involved, watch Leggett. And, sorry, Catherine?
Sorry?
La Jetée. Ooh, Jetée. La Jetée. What's your problem with my pronunciano?
I'm just trying to work out what you're trying to say.
I'm saying La Jetée.
Okay.
La Jetée. Well, you speak French?
Yeah.
La Jetée?
Normally I do, yeah.
Oh, crumbs sakes.
Yeah, Ian.
Yes?
Ian, I've noticed that I've been watching the movies and then you haven't been doing your reviews for a little while until, afterwards, and then I kind of forget. So I'm going to have to wait till you've done your reviews and then watch the movie, so I can listen to your review straight after.
Well, there's that. Oh, I like that. Okay, fine. Well, we'll watch Le Jetée, and I think the movie we're going to do after that is a great Japanese film called Summer Time Machine Blues. It is a great film. It is a great film, right? In all time travel films, they go back to meet their dad or save their wife or kill Hitler, all of that, right? In Summer Time Machine Blues, it's a bunch of kids who get a time machine and they use it to go back 2 days to when the air conditioning remote control worked. It's brilliant! It's such a good film. So, Le Jetée and Summer Time Machine Blues will be the next one. Peter, thank you very much, brother.
Cool. All right, always nice talking to you.
Always a pleasure. We love getting your calls from Australia. Isn't that what world we live in? Thank you, Peter. Someone can call up from Australia. That used to be a big thing like 15 years ago. Well, hopefully at about 12:15, we'll be speaking to our correspondent in Australia if we can get the lines to work. Now people can phone us up from Australia.
I used to have to ask special permission to ring France. Everyone used to stand round in the hallway watching me ring France.
And what did you talk to them about Le Jetée?
What?
Okie dokie. 0344 4991. Can I have that Christmas present back, please? I'll see if I can get it sent to my mum or something. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
So I discovered that GarageBand, or GarageBand, as they call it in the United States, is on your iPhone. It's on your phone. So I spent ages tonight trying to record a jingle that I could then upload as a ringtone, which I could then turn into an alarm on my phone that will go off at precisely 11:22 this evening. That would say it's time for Catherine's Christmas present. And I recorded it, but then I couldn't get it to transfer. So this is what I recorded on my phone. Listen to this. I'm brilliant. Listen. Here we go. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. Oh, where's the track? Huh? It's time for Catherine's Christmas
it sounded a lot more
present.
impressive earlier.
Where's the track gone? What? Here we go. Loading. Here we go. Here we go. It's time for Catherine's Christmas. For Catherine's Christmas. Christmas present. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. It's time for Christmas. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. It's time for Katherine. I don't know what I'm doing, but if I go like this. It's time. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. It's time for Catherine's Christmas. Christmas present. It's time for Catherine's present. I'm doing this all myself. I don't know how. Present. Christmas present. Time for Catherine's Christmas present.
Okay.
Christmas present. It's time for It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. Fixed it. It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. So that's stop it. Oh look. Do it by moving the phone and watch.
Wow. Okay, I think we get the rough idea there with that. A lot of fun.
Pardon?
Go on, you're going to do it anyway.
It's next door. Can't stop it. It's the kids next door. Hey! Will you shut up? We're trying to get some bloody sleep in here! Can't get any... I'm going to go next door. I'm going to have a word with them kids. I'm going to tell them to stop. Open up! Open up! It's time for Catherine's Christmas present. It's time for Catherine's Christmas.
Oh, well. That was a lot of fun. I'll be sad to hear the end of it.
Don't worry, it's another 20 minutes.
Oh, God.
Is that too young?
Time for Catherine's Christmas
Perfect.
present.
etc., etc., etc. By the way, all the arseholes on the Digital Spy Iain Lee Radio Forum, you're going to hate that. Well, I tell you what, stop swearing about me and putting gaps in between letters so it doesn't look like swear words. Oh, and you scumbags that run the Digital Spy Radio Forums, when I tell you... I've done that. They're a-holes, though. The guys that run the Digital Spy Forums are worse than the people that post on the Digital Spy Forums. Worse than them. Oh, God, here comes a woman who told me exactly what I was doing wrong with my radio show when she came and saw us live in Bath on Saturday nights. She told me exactly what I was doing wrong. It's Carol.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Carol.
Hello, Kath.
Hello.
Tell him not to don't get stressed.
You tell him.
About what I say.
He's still here.
Because what I mean is he doesn't need to cling so tightly to the show because we know it's his, otherwise we wouldn't tune in.
The thing is, I'm so unstressed by your rude comments on Saturday night. Don't worry. They didn't stress me.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I didn't mean to stress you. I was trying
You didn't. You literally didn't stress me with your rude comments on Saturday night.
I didn't.
You didn't stress me, no.
Good. Well, I just phoned to say thank you very much for being such a nice guy, and I'm not having a laugh when you give me the microphone and went and sat in the audience.
Yeah, it's funny. She did. Carol did a huge part of the show on Saturday night.
Well, I didn't say huge part. It was only, I didn't get in for the first half because the Gestapo outside.
Well, no, we'd forgotten to put your name on the door, and the lovely staff at the brilliant Rondo Theatre in Bath, Pippa.
Oh, yeah.
It was a delight to work for, and would do it again at a moment's notice. Rightfully didn't let you in.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, she didn't want to disturb you.
No. Well, we're
even
busy.
though I did that. It's a shame you didn't hear me because I was knocking on the fire escape.
Ah, yeah, never mind. We were a little bit busy at that point doing a show.
Well, I know, because you were doing a show.
That's right, yep.
And a podcast and everything.
Yep.
And it was my fault for being late.
It certainly is, Stanley.
So I just phoned to say thank you very much.
It was nice to see you.
Did you realise how small I was?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well, no, of course I did. I kind of guessed you were small. You're not that small, anyway.
I am next to you on a picture.
Well,
my friend took a picture of me and you and Kath together.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send you a copy to show to Sam.
Thank you.
Because I'm 5'0" and you're 6 foot. What is it, 4?
6'9".
6'9".
6'9", yep.
So there was a bit of a gap between my head and your head.
But there was, I think you know what I'm thinking.
Like one of your kids.
No, God, no.
Do they think you're a giant?
My kids, no, but my kids are tall.
Oh, are they? How tall are your kids?
My kids are taller than me, and they're only 6 and 8. And they're actually taller than me at this moment in their lives.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Mm.
Well, listen, Carol, it was nice.
You've been feeding them too much.
You're right. I'm going to stop feeding the kids. I'm only going to feed them on every other day. Well, listen, it was nice to meet you, and thank you for coming down, and thank you for being a good sport, and thank you for being part of the show.
And I don't mean to upset anybody, so I don't...
Just maybe think about what you say then.
Well, I can't help it because...
Well, then you do upset people.
Said.
No, but listen, you can't... No.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Jesus. Here's the thing,
Go
right?
on, then.
You can't say... whatever. Well, I don't remember what it was you said. You've got to remember that words have consequences, and that you saying, I don't mean to upset people, but after you've said rude things... You know, I mean, it literally didn't bother... I thought it was funny what you said, even though it was quite rude. But... you can upset people with your words, you know, so you just got to, you know, this whole thing of I don't mean to upset people, but I just say what comes into my head. Well, that's how people get upset.
I know.
So just, sometimes filters are a good thing. I'm learning at the age of 45. Here's the thing. You didn't upset me with what you said, but I did think it was rude, and I'm allowed to think that what you said was rude after I had been what I thought was quite a good host to you. It just felt a little bit rude, that's all. But that's fine, that's fine. But just be aware that words have consequences and stuff. I know I'm having a go at Carol. I don't want to have a go at Carol. But that's,
It's all right. You're allowed to. If I was rude to you, you could tell me that I was in the wrong, and I should say I'm very sorry for being saying the wrong thing and being rude to you.
Okay.
Because it was not intentional. But I can see that you being a host of a radio show that's very popular and listened to all over the world, that you might have felt that was a bit insulting.
Well, yeah, telling me to shut up and not talk so much.
Well, what I'm trying to say was that you sometimes it comes across.
Carol, can I give you a tip?
Yeah.
Don't say it again.
Stop digging.
Yeah, let it go.
She had got me for talking too much and interrupting.
I'm already in.
There we go. Well, thanks, thanks, Carol.
Can you tell Jeff to appeal the decision? Because when he gets it, it will bear no resemblance to what they said in the room, because it's all about money.
Okay, I will do that.
Oh, the disability assessment.
Okay, right. Thank you. Let's go to Damien. Good evening, Damien. Yeah, Damien, literally can't hear a word you're saying, mate. I don't know. Maybe you want to pick up the telephone and talk into it instead of being on speakerphone. Thanks very much for calling.
Flipping heck.
Here's the thing. What Carol said to me I thought was rude. It annoyed me a little bit. It annoyed me after I felt I had been very gracious to her, giving her free tickets to a show and letting her do a bit of the show. And obviously it has affected me, I guess, the fact that we're still talking about it. But I'm allowed to say that I thought it was rude, aren't I? I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? I don't know. I question myself. I've been doing a lot of step work. Finished my step one, man. So I'm just sat there for quite a long time every other day, just sat there reading questions about yourself. How do you feel about this, and how do you feel about what your family think about you, and so I've just sat there for ages answering questions like, how do you feel about this? What do you think about this? What do you understand this? And I'm going, what? So I'm overanalyzing everything. But she said something that was rude, and I'm allowed to say that was rude. I thought time was being dominated when there was a big queue of a queue was jumped, free tickets were given, liberties were taken, a rude thing was said, and I still think we were both very, very patient.
Yeah. I think, but the other thing about Carol is, I think she said to us in the past that she's got a slight thing where she's not got a filter, and it's not a kind of, so I'm going to be rude and that's the way I am. It's not that.
But then one has to accept the consequences of the rude things you say.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, Carol, it's nice to meet you and stuff, and it's all cool as far as I'm concerned. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We enter the last hour of the show, and who knows, might be a little bit spooky, or it might not. We just don't know yet. We'll find out after the news.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
What is my...
As I walk this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope gone? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I wanna know. What's so funny about peace, love and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love and understanding? As I walk through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. Where are the strong and who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love and understanding? Strong and who are the trusted, and where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love and understanding? What's so funny about peace, love and understanding? What's so funny about peace, love and understanding?
There you go. That's all right, isn't it? I don't know the name of the young lady singing that, but it's the daughter of Billy Hayes, who's a genius as far as I'm concerned, and he's a songwriter, and he does radio shows with Dan. And anyway, that's his 12-year-old daughter. That's Billy's 12-year-old daughter singing and playing that. That was all right, wasn't it?
She's got his musical genes, hasn't she?
I know. She's got them, and then some. I'm going to say she's better than Billy. Apparently I called her disabled when we were playing tag together. Did I say that?
Was she the one with the inhaler?
Oh, well, that's a disability.
There you go.
Oh, come on. She's in a strop about me because I said that. Well, come on. You've got to toughen up to make it in the music business.
She stopped to have a puff on her inhaler and you tagged her. That was low, man.
Oh, that was it. Bad loser. I remember the girl now. Well, can we dump that song and not play it on the radio? No, that was lovely. We loved that. That was absolutely... Billy sent me a little DM during the news. Do you mind tweeting this link? And I thought, you know what? Let's play it. I've never heard it, but if it's coming from him, it's going to be darn good. So thank you for that, Billy. Best of luck. I've just tweeted the link. If you want to see it, what is it on YouTube? Go find Billy Hayes on YouTube, and it's there. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to join us. We've had fun tonight.
We've had a lot of fun.
Time for the fun to stop. Let's go to Pete. Good evening, Pete.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Pete.
Hi, how are you?
None of your business. What you got for us?
Okay.
That was a lovely exchange. How are you? None of your business. Okay.
One of those.
Yes,
go on, Pete. What you got?
See. A suggestion to satisfy the man in a suit for advertising your
at
show.
last! Yes, the phone-in that we put out an hour and a half ago. Go on.
Right, now, as long as you don't have to rely on actual stock photos,
yeah.
If they can do a bit of a mock-up of,
here we go.
Not in no particular order, just two phones. And in touch with each other. One is crying and one is laughing.
Phones?
Yeah. Oh. You do a picture of a phone and you kind of anime it in some sort of way. Huh? One's laughing.
The one is laughing is because they're listening to me, and the one is crying because they're listening to Katherine. I like it. It sums up
something along
sums up the vibe of the show. I like that. That's a nice little image. I'm going to try and draw a crying telephone because I don't quite know what it looks like, but I'm going to have a little.
Yes.
I'll tweet it in a second. Thank you for that, Pete. Do you work in graphic design?
I have 3 others, because I thought you needed 4.
Yeah, go on, we'll take them, buddy.
Okay, now the next one is a bit left field, but clown with a trumpet.
A clam with a trumpet?
Yes, I'm not really sure why it's there. But
a clam?
No, a clown.
No, clown like big feet, funny nose. Yeah, that's the one. And the next 2, one is a male form, which might be your good self. One is a female form, which might be your good self. And one of them, instead of a head, has got a heart. And one of them, instead of a head, has got a question mark.
I like that.
He has got a very strange shaped head, you're right.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't know, because I've never seen him. Incredibly famous as he is.
You've never seen me?
No, sir.
Why not? You better have a darn good excuse.
Wasn't watching the telly when you were on.
Oh, right. Well, this is delicious. Tell me what you imagine he looks like.
Yeah, go on. We can do this.
Okay. A lot of very dark, fluffy hair that sort of goes off a bit like Ken Dodd's.
Right.
A very, very thick, bushy eyebrows.
Are they?
Kind of usually a bit of stubbly chin.
I've got a full beard at the moment.
Okay. And the rest is a bit blank, except I think check trousers for some reason.
Oh, you were thinking about a pair of check trousers, weren't you?
Think about. Yeah, but I don't own them.
No, but they're imaginary trousers at this point. What he's wearing are the trousers he went to bed in last night, actually.
I didn't wear the trousers in bed. Because these are new trousers. These won't get worn in bed for a few weeks. Oh. You're describing a very, very wacky character.
Wacky? Oh, well, sure, you sound a bit wacky. But may I say, Katherine, has anyone suggested that you sound a bit like...
a drunk?
The lady that is Peter Kay's car share lady.
Yes, they have.
Ah. Well, see, I don't know what you look like either, but...
okay. We can play this game.
I think.
Let's play this game. What do you think that she looks like? And forget the woman in the car share programme.
I don't look like Kaylee, no.
No. What do you think she looks like?
Just generally delicious.
Oh!
You dirty bastard.
But that'll do me.
One. It's a quiet one. Sort of definitely long hair. Long hair, kind of slightly somewhere between gingery and blonde.
Yeah, okay, spot on so far. Carry on.
Okay, with green eyes.
What colour are your eyes?
Blue.
Okay. Describe her body in graphic detail.
I think I've already mentioned that. Yes, very, very well fitting. So your body fits your personality.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad I'm delicious in someone's imagination. I appreciate it.
Oh, good. It's always nice to hear you.
Thanks, Pete.
Well, thank you, Pete.
Okay, have a good show. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Pervy Pete.
He was absolutely crazy. Crazy guy.
No, he was very kind and quite far off the mark.
I'm going to retweet that thing with thing. So I've just posted my picture of a crying telephone. I think it looks...
You've aged yourself somewhat with that rendition of a telephone.
That's what a telephone looks like, isn't it?
Well, not to anyone under the age of about 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you've done the old school with the round finger dials and stuff.
We could do a mobile telephone crying?
That's what most people will think of. Young people.
Well, that's why that telephone is crying, because no one wants to talk to it. No one talks to me
No one
anymore.
knows that I work.
No, I'm doing a piece. It's
Oh,
actually
go on.
quite-
Go on.
No one talks to me anymore. The end. But that's the no one knows I work. Well, that doesn't mean anything. But no one talks to me. That could be a human being saying, "Well, no one talks to me anymore, and I'm sad." Okay, well that's a phone saying it, and literally no one is talking to that phone anymore, and that makes that phone sad. So I've anthropomorphised the telephono, which is Greek for telephone. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like the Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
03. Sorry, I'm having a little sniff. Not like that. A little bit of well, not cold. I just constantly sniffing. I think it's nasal damage. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. The Late Night Alternative. Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle. If you've got a radar diary, for God's sakes, tick it, check it, write a name in, please, begging you. Good evening, Jerry.
Hello.
Hello, Jerry. What the hell is that buzz, man?
Buzz.
There's a buzz. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
I don't know.
Oh.
You're still there, but you're not really.
No, my face choking today. My face choke. Today's food eating. It's upset me. It's choke. As if the angry maneuver on me. It's upset me a bit.
Hang on, calm down, because I'm not getting any of this.
I'm getting that someone's upset you.
Hang on a second, hang on. Hang on, Jerry, just calm down. It's a terrible, terrible line, and you're getting very upset. So we just I know it's tricky, but let's all just take a step back and try again. Now, deep breath, and nice and slow, away you go.
Yeah, I had my first choke today. Get the thing out of me.
Do you know what? Can we call Jerry back? Because this line is terrible. And combined, okay, we're going to call you back, Jerry. Because it's a lousy line. It's a lousy line, man. So I think my house is haunted. A couple of weeks ago, I was lying in bed, and I was having a real lie-in. I think I'd taken a pill to knock me out. And at 1:30, I hear the neighbours next door start watching Four in a Bed. I recognise the Four in a Bed theme tune, because it's a rip-off of Fawlty Towers, the theme tune, right? So I recognise that. I think the neighbours are playing Four in a Bed. And they'd obviously had it on More 4, where they do, like, all 5 episodes back to back.
Bliss.
And about an hour and a half into this, I was like, I'm going to get up. I went downstairs. It wasn't the neighbours that were watching Four in a Bed. It was my TV that had turned on and was watching Four in a Bed. I was thinking, okay, well, maybe it's not a smart TV, right? But maybe I'd put a reminder on there or something. Because ages and ages ago, I pressed record on a button to see what would happen. And nothing happened because it can't record my TV. But then now, if I put a USB stick in the back to watch a movie, it records this thing that I pressed record, and I don't have to turn it off. So I thought maybe I'd put like a turn-on thing.
Four in a Bed.
Yeah. So I thought nothing of this. Is like a month ago. And then today, sat in the office, about 11:30 this morning. Suddenly the television comes on in the living room. And I go, what the flipping hell is going on here? And it's this morning, ITV, Button 3. I don't watch Button 3.
No, you're
not since they shafted me.
Mm.
So I don't watch that. So it's not like it was the last channel I'd left on. I certainly didn't leave an alert, let me know when This Morning is on. So what the hell is going on? There's a ghost in my house. Well, I've now got, here's the thing. I've now got 3 Ouija boards in my house. One I use as a mouse mat. One is the Frank Sidebottom Ouija board that Dan made for me, and one is a beautiful ornate glass Ouija board that Richard sent me. That's in the garage. So there are 3 Ouija boards there, and I've been in fact, the Frank Ouija board has just been moved into the living room by the TV. So I've been very, very flippant
I
about.
think Frank's watching the telly.
I wouldn't be.
I think he'd like
surprised.
4 in a bed.
I think he would like 4 in a bed, but I don't know if he'd like this morning so much. So I think I need to perform an exorcism in my house.
Or just pull the plug out of your telly.
Well, that's not going to stop a ghost, is it?
Well, that's how you find out.
Well, no, let's not even waste. Why would we waste time doing that? Because a ghost.
Because of logic, science,
Sorry?
and that.
Ghost could still simply make it come on.
Yeah, so that's how we find out if
exactly.
it's a ghost
Well,
or if you've pressed something.
Well, let's not. I don't want to. I don't want to get it angry. I don't want to anger the ghost
by not letting you watch 4 in a bed.
Well, it'll still be able to work it. You're ignoring the logic of the situation.
Of course.
There is a ghost in the house. If I unplug the TV, it can still make the TV go on. Logic.
Yeah, but if the TV goes on, then you know it's a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But if you don't, if it doesn't go on, you know you've pressed a button.
Well, if it's plugged in, it will still go on.
Yeah, but.
So if I take it out and it goes on, it's a ghost.
No.
You it's circular arguments. I can't even talk to you about stuff like this. I'm going to go to Jerry. You have a little think about what you've just said, and now you've embarrassed yourself. Yes, Jerry, that's better. Better line.
Thank you. I choked him. I didn't many around me because I couldn't breathe. It scared me. Because I was choked. I got stuck in my...
Hang on a minute, because I'm not getting... I'm hearing either joked or choked.
I'm usually just stuck in my windpipe. And it just took about 2 minutes. And it probably scared me. First time it's ever happened to me. Not nice to happen again. Not nice. That's what I knew.
Who's not nice?
The choking for 2 minutes. 2 minutes unable to breathe. It's terrible. First time it's ever happened to me. It's probably scared me.
Hang on a minute. Because I'm getting very, very little of this. Who is proper... Are you saying you are scared?
It's just... I choked every time with my meal. On my meal. Every time I choked. And I couldn't move it.
You choked on your meal?
I couldn't move it. Usually can move it, but I couldn't move it. 2 minutes I couldn't move it. Somebody else was doing a slap on the back.
Right, hang on, let me if I've got this right, say yes. If I've got this wrong, say nothing, right? Are you saying you choked on a meal, you got scared, and someone slapped you on the back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, yes. Okay.
First time it's ever happened.
And you shit yourself?
Yeah, basically. It's my physical. Well, yes, it's probably shit me. Scary not being able to breathe.
Yeah. Oh, it's scary not being able to breathe. Oh, man. Of course it is. Are you saying that someone tried to murder you? Is this a murder attempt?
No, manslaughter maybe.
A man slapped a baby?
Manslaughter.
Man strung baby?
Yeah, baby.
There was a baby. You were eating a baby and you choked?
No.
And you got scared that you might get found out. Good, I hope you do get found out, you sick deviant eating a baby.
Baby. So now you're going to tell me an owl.
Yeah.
I like just a cream biscuit. There'll be some big mark on my head for cream biscuit too.
Well, you got a mark on your head from the baby slap.
Cream biscuit.
Are you... well, listen, I know that with Parkinson's that swallowing and digestion is a... they've not put you on that, like, drink thickener rubbish, have they?
No, you mean that... and then for...
I don't know what it's called, but they put my mum on this drink thickener, right? Because she's not allowed to drink liquids because of her throat and stuff. So they hot chocolate they put drink thickener in cup of tea they put drink thickener in. When I take her out for a glass of wine, they give me some drink thickener to put in the wine. I go, yeah, of course, okay, of course I'll do that. Give a glass of wine.
That's disgusting, like jelly.
That's how she wants to go drunk. I'm going to help her.
It's nasty.
I've got a great video. Did I send you the video of my youngest with his Heelys?
Yes.
My boy's got Heelys, which are these shoes with heels in, and he holds onto the back of my mum's electric wheelchair while she drives along, and she pulls them both. Oh, it's great. Pulls him along on his Heelys. That's what it's all about. Have you got a sore throat? Are you okay?
I have a sore throat.
Yeah.
That's my throat.
A bit panicked.
Yeah. It's just so scary to know.
Yeah, I bet it is, man. Well, the solution, very, very simple solution, Jerry. Here's my tip: is just don't eat anything. Stop being so greedy.
Nasty, don't let you.
I wonder if he enjoyed slapping you.
How's Catherine, your friend was...
Catherine's been murdered.
No, I haven't.
Catherine is going to be murdered.
Well, that's probably true.
She's about moving to Derby.
Derby? What's have we been to Derby?
No. That's the nearest place in Derby.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cut you off now.
Up your bum.
Up your bum!
That's always crystal clear, isn't it, the up your bum from Jerry?
I know. We got there in the end. Jerry's got Parkinson's, and some nights are better than others. But we should say, we haven't said this phrase, if you feel some people don't call in because they're worried they're not going to be understood, or they got like a stammer or a stutter. I can never remember which is the English and which is the American. I think we're stammer. I think we're stammer, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because of Keir Starmer. Yeah, we're stammer. But listen, if you phone in and you have trouble speaking for whatever reason, we'll give you a fair crack of the whip. And if it's not working, and we're 5 minutes into it, we're getting none of it, we might very politely say, hey, maybe give us a call back tomorrow if you're feeling a little bit more in control of the old lips and vocal cords.
Very rarely happens, and we've got till 1.
We've got till 1. A late night. Listen, if, it breaks my heart that my mum would who's got MS, could possibly phone up if she could pick up a phone. She can't pick up a phone these days, but she used to phone up Clive Ball a lot. Oh, Clive Ball sent me a text today. I must meet him for it too. But she used to phone up Clive Ball. She wouldn't get on LBC now. She wouldn't get on any radio
She used
stations
to ring
now.
him up?
Yeah, she used to ring up Clive Ball.
What, go on the radio?
Yeah. But when I worked at LBC...
No.
And tell him all about me. Oh, Mrs. Lee. So what's Ian really like then? Oh,
did she?
Yeah, she did.
Outrageous.
Terrible. But she wouldn't get on any radio station now because people would struggle to understand what she's saying, and everybody should... listen, if you come on and you're still talking rubbish, you'll get told you're talking rubbish. Don't come on and hide behind multiple sclerosis to spout your racist nonsense, mum. But, you'll get called out. If you still get... Once we get into the groove and work out what you're saying, you're going to get exactly the same treatment as the rest of these thickos.
Which is poor.
Good evening. Good evening, Michael.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Kath.
Hi, Hello, Michael. What you got for us tonight, please?
I've just been catching up on a celebrity. I know you probably don't want to hear this, but Nick Knowles has been on talking about his singing talent.
Oh, yeah. What's he said?
He blames Biffy Clyro, is it, for introducing him to the singing world.
Oh, yeah. He always tells a very dull story about singing on a rooftop with Biffy Clyro. And Biffy Clyro said you should go and get a record contract. Did he admit, though, that it was a complete and utter disaster?
Yes, he is actually saying he's kind of embarrassed about admitting that. And
no, he isn't. He loved it. And that's
no,
fine.
He has been saying tonight.
Of course he's been saying it.
Well, good for him.
He's kind of embarrassed. But, yeah, I phoned up the other day about antidepressants and asking how do you know if they work and stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
so what's going on? What's going on for you?
You gave me some good advice, and you told me about a book by...
Oh, I think Kath told you, Matt Haig. Kath recommended the Matt Haig book. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. So I've got the book. I haven't read it yet, but I've got the book, so thank you for that. And, it was really good advice, so I just want to say...
Well, listen, that was Kath's advice to get the book. Let me give you some great advice now, because it's a really easy... You can read that book in an hour. When you finish this phone call, just go and read the first page of the book. First page.
Right.
So good. Just read the first... I don't remember what the first page is, but it's all well and good having a book. Just read the first page.
Yeah.
See where that leaves you. But how are you feeling, man? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been through a very bad breakup, so this is what's kind of triggered depression.
Is there such a thing as a good breakup?
No, there's not.
I don't know if there must be. Are there like married couples or couples that have been going out for a long time where they just shake hands and go, well, thanks?
This time last year I would have said, I know someone who that's happened to, but then it transpires that really wasn't quite as amicable as all that. Or it felt like that at the time, and then real life kicks in, and they realise that, you split up.
I'm going to tell you a rude story, okay? It's a true story that happened to two of the two big rock stars when they split up, right? And I'm just wondering if this has ever happened in this specific way to anyone in real life. The Carly Simon, James Taylor story. You know the story when they split up?
Yeah.
So they split up, right, because he was having affairs, and I think she was a little bit nuts as well. And they split up, and it was a very unpleasant divorce, got very, very nasty. And then, like a year or two after, he came round to her house to, like, collect his last box or something, or to finalise something. And they stood in the kitchen, and she says something like, was there anything you want to say? And he just looks at her and goes, I'm going to say a rude word here. He looked at her and went, strip, bitch. And she was, like, taken aback. Then she took off all her clothes, and they went and had sex one last time. Now, that story, I've heard that story several times. She tells it brilliantly in her autobiography. And of course, I think there is a thing, like a year after you split up with someone, there's a bit of a, did I do the right thing? Maybe and I've not had it in this situation, but with girlfriends in the past I've had it. And occasionally after a year I've got back with a girlfriend and we've had sex and we've both gone, actually, we did the right thing splitting up. This is nice, but this is not. We're not meant to be together. But has anyone... It's such an aggressive line. Strip, bitch.
Yeah, that could have backfired terribly, couldn't it?
Yeah, but she went for it. James Taylor's a lucky guy.
I would suggest that he probably knew which way that was going to go when he said it.
By the way, retweeted a brilliant picture of James Taylor with Joni Mitchell.
Oh, really?
From, like, very, very recently. Great picture. Michael, listen, hang in there, brother. You are precious, priceless and valuable, and you deserve to be happy, and I really believe that one day you will be happy.
Yes. Thank you, Ian and Kath.
Thank you, man. It's nice to talk to you, brother. You keep checking in as much as you want. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. Empty switchboard. A steady stream of phone calls this evening. I'm very, very happy with that. You can give us a call about anything in the last 30 minutes. I kind of think 12:30 on a Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. We can't get a bit heavier and a bit deeper. Then what else are you going to do? Have you got some stories for us, Katherine?
Loads.
Do you want to pick one of the stories for us?
Let's go for the first one that pops up,
yes.
so to speak.
Can I just say, don't make all your life decisions based on the first one that pops up. That is not a good reason to get married.
A police force has
I'm talking penises.
So am I. A police force has apologised for issuing a description of a fat flasher who had a small penis with testicles that hang noticeably low.
Oh, God. They've apologised.
North Yorkshire police were criticised for providing too much detail. I mean, yeah, but they're looking for someone who gets his privates out.
Describe, say what you see.
The most salient points.
Yes.
The most salient point. They were criticised for providing too much detail in their appeal to help find a man who performed a sex act in public. Oh, God. BBC Yorkshire, I hope you read that description out in full. The force said their initial appeal went into too much detail and caused upset to a number of people. What? Oh. Fat men with small penises and testicles that hang noticeably low.
Outrageous.
Hey, that's our Jeff. The original statement said the flasher has very little chest or pubic hair, no obvious tattoos or scars, and he has what was described as a small penis with testicles that hang noticeably low. Apologising a day later, the force said, "We posted an appeal on Facebook to help identify a suspect in the York area who performed a sex act in public. The appeal included a description of the naked man, which we accept went into too much detail."
Oh, come on, it's a description. It's just a photo fit.
This has caused upset to a number of people who read the appeal, and we unreservedly apologise for any offence caused. Why are they apologising? It wasn't them that got their flipping willy out in public. The apology continued. The appeal was quickly removed and a more appropriately worded version posted on a force website. A revised appeal removed detailed description of the man's sexual organs. It said officers in York are investigating a disturbing incident in which an overweight naked man performed a sex act on himself in front of a woman student. They said this happened at 1:15 p.m. on Sunday as the 20-year-old woman was walking alone. Spokesman said patrols have been stepped up in the area to provide public reassurance. The suspect is described as white, pale, aged between 35 and 45, around 5'10", tall, with a fat build. Most of the people commenting on the revised Facebook appeal said they preferred the original.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it makes something funny that shouldn't be funny, really, because
I want to know what those balls look like. I want to feel those balls resting against my face.
Wow.
Did I actually say that?
Yeah,
out loud?
you did. You did.
Didn't know where the sentence should end, and the spirit took over. And
have you ever been flashed at?
Yeah. Yeah, in the public toilets a few times, yeah, when I was a good-looking young lad, you would be having a wee at your urinal and you'd sort of catch the guy's eye and he'd nod and and then he'd sort of turn
Wave
round.
it about.
Well, he'd sort of turn around and you sort of like, huh? And he'd be sort of nodding down and you look down, he'd have a massive boner and he'd be stroking his boner and you go, jeez. Yeah, this is. Listen, even if I was gay, this is not exactly in the urinals. It's not where I want to engage in sex. I've had that. Used to get that quite a bit actually.
Gosh.
Yeah. Terrible times. Just the smell of wee would.
Obviously, it does it for some people.
Does it for some people, isn't it? Strange old world. It's a strange old world.
Oh, vapors, they're getting more warnings. I'm not saying vapors.
Vapists,
yes.
Popcorn lung.
Yeah. Vapors at risk of irreversible popcorn lung if they puff on flavoured e-cigarettes.
Yes, yeah. Oh, it's completely safe. No, it's not. It's provable it's not completely safe. We don't know the long-term effects of it because it's only 20 years old. It's safer than cigarettes. Well, that's not the argument that we're having. What would you rather have, your kids smoking cigarettes or vaping? Neither. I'd rather have them do neither.
Yeah.
What would you might as well say, what would you rather have your kids doing? Smoking cigarettes or drunk driving? Well, the two are not comparable. I'd rather have them do neither. So, vapists, get over yourself. Although some of them do smell really nice, and I bet they're quite tasty, actually. I'd love to have a little cherry.
It's very off-putting, though, when you're driving behind someone who's chugging away like Thomas the Tank Engine in front of you. Sometimes it's a bit like wacky races. But yeah, finally they're writing articles about it. Flavoured e-cigarettes are increasing in popularity, prompting warnings. They're encouraging teenagers to take up vaping and getting them hooked on nicotine. Yeah. Yep. Last week, American company Juul announced it would temporarily pull some flavoured e-cigarettes from stores in the US until shops agree to adopt new age restrictions to ensure customers are at least 21 before they buy an e-cigarette. Juul was set to sell e-cigarettes at 1,400 Sainsbury's stores in the UK from November.
But start taxing them. Tax them like they tax cigarettes. Let's get a few quid off it. The NHS should not be recommending them, or do they prescribe them yet? Has that become a thing?
There was talk of that. I don't know.
They shouldn't be telling people just stop smoking. You want to stop smoking? Stop smoking. Don't get a nicotine replacement thing. You absolute bell cheeses.
They're talking specifically about this chemical diacetyl.
Oh, yeah.
It creates a buttery flavour. It's been linked to a condition called obliterative bronchiolitis, dubbed popcorn lung, because of high levels of disease found in workers from factories that use the chemical in microwave popcorn. The condition causes... I thought it was because it makes your lungs...
No, so did I, yeah.
Go to that shape. The condition causes inflammation, scarring and constriction of the bronchioles, which are the tubes through which air passes from your nose or mouth to your lungs.
For a lovely holiday. We had a great weekend in the bronchioles.
I know, lovely, isn't it?
The bronchial sisters.
So this diacetyl is used in things like cupcake, candy floss type flavours.
Well, listen, also, if you're going to smoke something that tastes like sweeties. Grow up.
I know, but it's the same as Alco Pops when we were kids.
No, I was not a kid when I was an adult when Alco Pops came out.
I was a kid.
Exactly. When I was a kid drinking, you had to have beer. I got really into bitter, or you had to just You make your own Alco Pops by buying a Jack Daniels, double Jack Daniels, and then putting a load of Coke in it, Malibu and Coke.
I remember the Pearl Clutchers going mad when Hooch came out. Oh, it's lemonade. It's obviously been designed for children.
Well,
remember Hooch?
Yeah, of course I remember Hooch and two dogs and all of that stuff. It's to encourage young people to drink, obviously.
Well, it worked. It worked on this young person.
Where are the pubs that let kids go in and drink these days? There must be still around. Saying that, actually, they're obviously going to be slightly rough, dodgy pubs. The pubs I used to go to when I was 15, 16, were rough, dodgy pubs in Slough.
I wonder whether it's too expensive for kids to go to pubs now. Well, they'd probably just buy it and stay home. or go to the park.
We used to do both. We used to do all of that.
Well, because grown-ups don't go to the pub now, do they?
Yes, they do.
Decreasing numbers.
Who was in the pub that we went to earlier?
Me. But...
Grown-ups.
I'm not really a grown-up.
No,
that's the first time I've been to a pub for about... I'm
there.
going to say it. First time I've been to a pub for about 2 years.
It was horrible, wasn't it? Wasn't it noisy?
Yeah, a lot of...
Really noisy.
A lot of walla.
I might go in there tomorrow and try and pull.
There was a load of blokes in there. There weren't very many women, if you noticed.
There weren't very many women. You got a right look up and down as
did
you
I?
walked in. Yes, you did.
They're probably checking if I was old enough.
You... Thinking she'll never see over the top of that bar. 03444 499 1000. Nigel, you're up next. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444 499 1000. Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock. Good evening, Nigel.
Well, good evening, Iain. How are you?
Oh, Nigel's calling us from the 1920s.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, we can hardly hear you.
Hello?
There we go.
Oh, I moved it. Perhaps it's the wire then, the connection.
No, now it can't.
Are you talking to us down a microphone or something?
No, it's the same phone. It's a landline. Is that better?
No.
Oh, is that better? I'll change ears.
That's it. It's your ears that do it.
My brother listens to the show more now. He's in Norwich.
Is that the one that doesn't talk to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to ring him up and see how his family's children have been taken away in care. Yeah, did I tell you? I don't think...
Your brother's children have been taken away?
No, my brother's daughter's children have been taken into care, but I had to ring up to find whether they got them back or not. They haven't got them back yet.
Okay, but your brother, so your brother who you don't talk to listens to this show.
Yes, and he enjoys it. Yeah,
Wow.
but he doesn't come and see me. But we speak on the phone.
I would die.
Yeah.
I would simply die if your brother decided to call us up one night. Nigel's brother, if you're listening...
Oh, of course, yeah. No,
you'd
well,
be
he might
very,
do. He might
very
do.
welcome to give us a call one night.
Do you know, I put my decorations up a couple of days ago for something to... Well, I wanted to cheer myself up, so I put them up the same way as Mum did.
Really? Already?
Really nice.
Isn't that gonna? That might be pleasurable for a few days, but won't that by week 3, the 5th of December, won't you be feeling miserable?
No, I just bought Christmas paper to do myself some presents up. I bought for myself, and so I'm going to have a good Christmas. But luckily, my girlfriend Sadie, I talked about before. You know, we talked about before. Sadie.
Okay.
She stayed the night last Friday till 3 in the morning, well, almost the night till 3 in the morning, and that was okay. She just for company, so she was keeping me company, you know.
There you go. Well, that's nice. It sounds like a very nice lady.
Yeah, we just sat in the bedroom watching the Titanic on my TV.
romantic evening.
Yeah, because she likes romantic films. Then she gave me a massage with tail compound on my back and chest, which was nice. So Sadie, if you're listening, give us a call. So I'm well in there. She wants to move in for good, but I'm not ready for that yet. Iain. Iain?
Yeah,
I'm not ready for her to move in.
Well, then you listen to your heart.
I think it's too soon after Mum's died. I need
information to take on board here.
Yeah. Well, I need my own space at the moment to get on and sort my bills out and things, but.
To pound. You want to be able to pound away whenever and wherever you want. If the mood takes you, and I know this because I live on my own now, and if I want to pound away, I'll pound away. I don't want anyone... What are you doing?
Being on my own.
No, I don't mind being on my own. I want to pound away. We should pound away together.
I like my own company most of the time, anyway.
Did you pound away today?
No.
Hey?
Not yet.
Okay.
Only in the pound shop.
Okay. Well... Are you looking forward to Christmas? Because I'm going to be honest, Nigel, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading Christmas.
Even though you've got children.
I'm not seeing them on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve.
By the way, that letter, the King's letter, without the actual medal, it's not worth so much. But it might be somewhere in the house. But the letter is still worth a few thousand, she said, but not 100,000 or 50,000.
Well, just make sure that Sadie doesn't get her hands on that
Well,
letter.
no, she's not interested in it at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
No.
Okay, just be careful, because you're a... Listen, be careful, because you're
we're
now...
friends. She wouldn't do that to me.
Well, okay, but you are a lonely young man, and there are people out there that will take advantage of you.
She's the only one I can trust at the moment because she stays and everything.
And massages you on the back and the chest with talcum powder.
Yeah, but we're almost married, to be honest. I've known her about 7 years.
No, you're not. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean,
do you sing to her?
Pardon?
Do you sing to her?
She was interested in my drumming because she was looking all around my kit. She likes music, drums.
She was checking your kit out?
Showing me drums.
Yeah, was she impressed with your snare?
Yeah, sure.
Like your hi-hat?
Yeah, no, she doesn't know that much about drums.
Does she like your toms?
And she said she didn't think they were worth very much, but...
oh, hang on.
Why is she
pricing them up?
Why is she valuing your drum kit?
She's seen bigger drum kits.
I bet she has.
Than mine. I was going to say...
Why does she want to move in?
Because she's homeless. That's right.
She's a homeless lady?
Well, no, yeah, she's homeless more or less, and she would like to live with me anyway because we get on well.
What do you mean
together.
she's not homeless more? Does she live on the street or something?
No, a tent, I think, a tent. But she's got friends that she does stay with, proper houses she stays at.
She lives in a tent?
Most of the time, yeah.
How do you know her?
I've known her for years and years. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We just see.
I'm not going to give you any advice because you won't listen to it and you'll ignore it. So I'm going to keep quiet.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm happy just seeing her once or twice a week, it's just as a friend.
That's probably for the best. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like my own space, like you said before.
Exactly.
I can go out and the house is safe, safely locked up. So.
I want a talcum powder massage on my chest and my back, Sam.
That wouldn't glide, would it? Wouldn't.
Do you want me to do it for you? Rub it in. I've changed ears again.
Okay.
Isn't that like a dry massage? That's the driest of massages.
That will create friction.
She said, have you got any lotion? But I didn't have any.
Talcum powder would create friction, wouldn't it? It's also cancerous.
Yeah, it's a bit smelly too. You can't get rid of it.
Isn't it a bit like when gymnasts chalk up?
For grip.
Yeah.
But she used to be a professional massage girl anyway, she said years ago.
Oh.
So she knew what she was doing.
Did it work for you?
Yeah, it was good. It relaxed. She said I was all tense because of Mum, you see.
Well, she knows about tense, doesn't she?
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. The reason I can't really sing much is because it's late and the neighbours don't like you making a noise late at night. You see, it's difficult. I have to be quiet. But
of course you do.
10 to 1.
But Christmas time, I make an exception and do
Yeah, Christmas time. We're just going to go gung-ho.
Yeah. New Year's Eve as well. Are you on New Year's Eve?
Yes, we are. Me and Kath are on New Year's Eve. We're doing the New Year's Eve party for people who don't like New Year's Eve parties.
Or people that are on their own as well.
Yeah, everybody. People who are on their own. People who just don't like New Year's Eve. We're going to come in. We're going to do a show. We're going to go through the logbooks. If we ever get the second logbook back from Isabel in America.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen. We're going to take phone calls. We'll chat and talk a load of rubbish for 3, maybe 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the show is that night.
Any guest stars on at all?
We got Miley Cyrus.
No
guest stars. No guest stars.
Only me.
Well, you're welcome to phone up.
But I'll try and get Sadie to talk to you when she's here at the same time.
I would love to talk to Sadie and your brother.
I'm hoping to have her here New Year's Eve so I can see the New Year in with her and a drink.
Well, that would be very, very nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get her here Christmas. I know she's got nothing else on, so she'll be here.
Don't.
As long as I keep her entertained.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Nigel, it's nice to talk to you, man.
You don't want a song now, do you?
A quiet one?
Yeah, go on then.
What would you like? A nice sort of quiet one?
Yeah.
What about Smile, that one?
No.
How
about...
When I Fall in Love?
No. Do you know Mistletoe and Wine?
Not all the words, no.
Well, do as much as you can and make up the rest.
No, I can't. I don't know that. I can... Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire.
Millennium Prayer?
No, I don't know that one.
Do you know any, Cliff?
I've got his album with all those songs, but I've got to dig it out. I don't know where it is at the moment. Do you want me to do it for you, rub it in?
No, thanks.
He's done that again. He's done that to me. Do you want me to do it for you, rub it in? You're going to play that all the week now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to do it for you, rub it in? I had a reply from Noah Cyrus on private.
You do?
Yeah, she wants me to look at her new album.
Of course she does. Nigel, listen, we're going to have to go because I want to get Jamie on and then we're going to speak to Paul Ross. Maybe do a song tomorrow. Tutty bye. Let's go to Jamie. Good evening, Jamie. Come in, Paul. We'll come to you in a second. Good evening, Jamie.
Hi,
Hello, Jamie. What have you got for us?
sorry, a bit nervous, so I might stutter a little bit.
You should be nervous
I saw
because
you on,
everything depends
on Chase, by the way.
I was going the Chase. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
You're a legend.
I did well, didn't I? I've destroyed everybody apart from the Chaser.
You did well.
Thank you.
Smarter than you look.
Sorry?
Smarter than you look.
Smarter than I look. No, I listen. I know I look dumb.
I'm only joking.
I got
you're
a brain.
An absolute legend.
Thank you, Jamie. Anything else you want to say?
I've listened to you for a while now, but I ain't got the balls to call.
Well, you hang on. Here's news flash. You just called in.
I know. Yeah. Well, I've had a couple of beers, so I thought I'd grab the balls to call.
Well, if you let go of your balls, relax. And I'm going to cut you off because Paul Ross is in.
Oh, really?
But we enjoyed your call, Jamie. Do it a little bit earlier next time if you don't mind.
All right.
Lovely balls, Jamie. Lovely balls. Speaking of lovely balls.
Oh, I had a terrible show yesterday and a terrible day.
Well, I saw a
I'd like to blame you.
that hinted at that. What happened?
Oh, no, not so much on the Twitter. That was just a misunderstanding about poverty in the UK or some nonsense.
No, the one I saw was about tonight. You've definitely got.
Oh no, yeah. Well, that was a by the by. We had a problem getting through to our man in Alaska. But he's definitely on for tonight, 65 days on that. But you remember I came in yesterday, I knocked over a glass of water, and I swore on air. I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
I then told a lie at the end of my show to Sandy Waugh.
Oh.
Sandy Waugh came in and does the news. James Max is there telling me what's on his show for 90 minutes. Yeah. It doesn't take him 90 minutes, it just feels like it when he tells me what's on his show.
I went to a Spice Girls concert with that guy once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Man, yeah.
You're saying less, not more. Anyway, Sandy picked up her earphones and then shuddered and put them down, got tissues out and started wiping them.
Uh-oh.
And there was water inside the headphones. Poor Sandy Waugh. Award-winning. I've known her decades. Wonderful woman.
Great.
And she said, and James then, which she shouldn't have done, said, what's the matter? Sandy wasn't ready. Mike came on. She said, oh, this, that, and the other water. And I just said, oh, wonder how that got there. I told a lie.
Just popped out.
And I'm trying, I've been a terrible liar in my life, terribly deceitful. I've really made an effort not to lie. And yesterday I swore and lied in a 4-hour period.
Isn't that funny? Is there any reason for? Is there any, when I start lying, it means that something's quite out of balance in my life somewhere.
I think it was that, but also, I can't blame anybody else. I think being the eldest of 6 children, I've always been a manipulative, deceitful proxy adult.
Yeah.
And I've done that in my life, and also to make myself more interesting to myself, without being too profound. I've done that sometimes. But I've tried not to, but I lied yesterday about spilling a glass of water like I was 7 years old.
Funny.
I'm going to have to fess up to Sandy when she comes in today. I'm not that over. Didn't realise it had gone that far, how much was in it. No. I might blame you, actually, Kath, because you left the water there. I can't even get away with that. That's another lie. It's another lie. 2 lies.
It wasn't even my water.
But lying is my default setting. Is ever since I was a kid, it's been like it's easier to tell a lie. Now it's a real struggle I've got with being honest. And I've done things like that when there would be no problem going, I'm really sorry, I spilt some water earlier on.
Didn't realise I'd not mopped it all up.
And
I know. It's been so easy.
You just go in and lie.
You caught yourself the other day, didn't you? You told me a lie.
What did I say?
I
enjoyed working with you.
You lied to your producer?
No.
No!
I had some pain headache pills. And I'd left them on the desk.
Oh,
and I said, I'll go and get them for you. And you let me go out looking for them. And then when I came back in, you told me you'd already had them.
Yeah, it's a funny old thing, isn't
but it was a small thing. At least you're catching yourselves.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's progress. We've got a minute, Paul. What is on your show?
Well, we are going to Alaska.
To on your show
we are going to Alaska. It will happen today. It was just a misunderstanding. But we're also going to a place I'd love to go to. It's only 3 miles long, 1.5 miles wide, called Sark, one of the Channel Islands, where cars are banned. Cars are not allowed. People get around by horse and cart, bicycle, Shanks's pony, they walk. They've got a real problem, and it's really serious. 500 people live there. It's a big holiday destination. End of this month, no electricity.
Oh.
The electricity company says we can no longer afford to supply you. Their big parliament called the Pleas, P-L-E-A-S, has lowered the tariff, and the electricity company guy says, I'm losing 20 grand a month, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's a family-run business. So we're talking to somebody on the island, it's like it may be dark in Sark for Christmas.
Oh,
wow.
So a bizarre little story, isn't it?
Who owns Sark then? Is it British?
There's a late. It's part of the UK. It's one of the Channel Islands. It's about 9 miles from Guernsey.
Right.
And the chap we're speaking to is a man called Tony Le Lièvre, which shows their French heritage because Lièvre is French for hair. Oh. So I hope he enjoys the show.
Did he pronounce that all right, Catherine? You going to pick him up on that?
He's pronouncing it beautifully.
He tried to make gag then. I was going to say, I hope he enjoys the show. He might be a hair out of place.
Right, okay.
Beautiful.
No. I'm not.
It's a work in progress.
This is still on my watch, Paul Ross. That was out of order. Right, listen to him at 1. Thank you.